Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome to a nice long shipping video where I have possibly 50 items, 50 items to ship. I have an end of a year sale. I think it's 20% off and I advertised it and I sent it out to my eBay newsletter fan base. Thank you for the 5,000 people that signed up for that. And I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. It is Monday around 4 o'clock. Now, most of these items won't need to go out today. So we can all breathe deeply and not freak out and start with the first item, and that's all we can do. We're just going to go one at a time. The first item is an Anushka card holder. It has zebras painted, and then you can put cards in here. You could probably put a strap on it. I don't think it came with a strap. Just want to make sure I see all of my pictures. Yeah, no strap included, but you could put a strap on it. And then it has a place for change and lip gloss. I don't think it would fit a cell phone. I have a cell phone case here. I have a pretty big cell phone. It might, but it might not, but it's sold. But I have a bunch of these. And this sold for, come on, how much did you sell for? I did a thing last night where I was in bed and I was like, I could probably ship a few of these out from bed, like, because I knew this was going to be less than 8 ounces. It's probably going to be closer to 6 ounces. And I was like, oh, maybe that would work. And I got like 3 or 4 items in. And then I realized I'm just going to have to come back and do all of this work. And all I've done was save myself clicking of the mouse, which is the easiest part of this. So we stopped that. But this was one of the items that I thought to myself, oh, I could just fix this. Okay, so $32.99 she paid. Now, and it could be a he, it's Jordan or they. I think this was closer to $26.39 because of the coupon. I have bubble wrap. So we will wrap this in bubble wrap. You stay there. And this was, I was going to read you the artist's signature, but it's awfully hard when it's a signature. I know my signature is just squiggle, 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 because I've signed 4 quadrillion things in my lifetime. And I totally understand why people that sign things, usually you can't read their signature because it is a lot of work to sign your name. A lot of work. Not a lot of work. Let's wrap this. This is the wrapping paper I picked out after Christmas. So some of this is Temu, some of this is not Jilson Roberts, and we've just never tried it. And I thought it would be fun to try some new tissue paper. So let's go. I think we've used this one once or twice before, this dark kind of blackish green. It has a Merry Christmas sticker on it, which we are going to have to rip off. I keep forgetting that it is going to be 2025 in 2 days. The year 2025, in case you also forgot. 2025, which is also my birthday month. January, and I will be officially 45, which I feel is an excellent age now that I had a hysterectomy. The hysterectomy has changed my world here a little bit. I'm still not up to snuff where I would normally be, and I still have CRPS, but I am getting I have felt better. I'm gonna use these big fancy gold ones. I don't remember what these came with, but I've had them for a while. And I have nothing fancier. I am not writing out, you know, wedding invitations after 21 years, 22 years of being married. How many years have I been married? 22? 21? I got married at 22. 22 years of being married. And ribbon. What did I do with my ribbons? Here we go. We have yellow, we have purple, we have somebody stopped at my house at a golf cart. There could be, we live kind of on a corner, so they could have just been talking to another golf cart person. Oh, they turned around. They are talking to another golf cart person. They were not stopped at my house for, oh, they turned back around. What are we doing? Donuts? Very, very slow donuts here. We chose yellow because this has a little bit of yellow in it. Boop. The yellow you can kind of see right there, but boop. And I chose some of these cards. I had to order more cards, imagine that, of my You Are Enough cards because I had like 20 left. And I was like, whoa. And then somebody ordered some cards and I was like, good thing they ordered what they ordered because I would have had to been like rifling through things. So this one says, stay close to people who feel like sunshine. And this one says, I love the feel of this one. Kindness is free. Sprinkle that stuff around like confetti. So I order all of my cards and usually design them with Vistaprint. I don't know what this is. Handheld stick vacuum. Why would I have a handheld stick vacuum? Oh, this is not a handheld. Never mind. It's just a box. Nothing exciting. There, just wrap something that needs to go back to Amazon. We will put a steam mask and then we will wrap this up. I have this giant bag here. So we already printed this label, so I just have to go in and reprint it. So did that save me any time whatsoever? It did not. It really did not. It probably caused me, don't do that again to me. Anyway, for New Year's, for Christmas, we went to the clubhouse and they had a big free ham dinner with all of the fixings. And I had joined some of our community to decorate for the holidays, which was so much fun. And then we joined in on the festivities. Let's turn that around. And then we came home and watched a movie, and I would love to tell you what it was, but I think I fell asleep. I don't usually eat that much ham and mashed potatoes and corn. I even allowed myself a little bit of corn, and I just went just like that. Okay. We have so many poly mailers now that Christmas is done, so we are going to use this one. And my printer is thinking about things. Please calibrate. What do you mean calibrate? I don't know what that means. Printing. Sounds good. We're good. Okay. I don't know what the calibrating was about. And I don't have stickers. I need... Oh, I have thank you stickers. Never mind. Who thought I didn't have stickers? This one is holographic and says thank you for supporting my small business. Thank you so much, Jordan. You live also in Florida, though I don't know where this is. So we'll give it a quick Google because I don't have 4 quadrillion items to ship. You live Central Florida, so you're probably about 2 hours from me. So thank you so much. I am going to get myself a drink because I thought I was going to ship 50 items, 45 items without water. Who am I? I am not myself. And we will be back. If you see any stains, it's just water. Next up are some Hoka shoes. These are headed to Frank for $36.99, potentially minus 20%. I have no idea. I honestly just don't care enough. So that's that. I bought butcher paper to stuff things with because it is cheaper, and I wanted to do a test to see if this works better than bubble wrap. And so far I like it. I like the feel, it's very shiny. Parchment paper. It's not really though. I would not use this as parchment paper. Pretend I didn't lick my finger. Sorry about that, Frank. Okay. We will put these back in now that they are all stuffed. These took a few months to sell, and I got them at the bins. And Bear always cleans my shoes because I do not like, I'm sure you know this if you know anything about me, I do not like the touch of brushing, like anything with a brush. Silicone brushes, I'm okay. That's how I get by brushing my teeth. But anything that feels like a brush, no, I am out. I will do the confetti, which is Jilson Roberts and has a little bit of a gold and silver. So anything that needs, you know, scrubbed with an actual brush, that is Bear's job. I don't even think wearing headset I could do that, like noise canceling. We're just gonna stop talking about that. But Bear cleans them up. That's where I was going with those. Oh, the yellow will match this nicely too. This has some nice yellow in it. Wait, another golf cart go back. Everybody mostly is here for the season now. There's some people, very few people in our community live here full time. But after the holidays, usually after Thanksgiving, but sometimes after Christmas, people start to come back. So people have started to come back. So 2 golf carts I've seen now on our corner. We are going to go with the same cards. We will probably go with these cards. I pulled a lot of them for no reason. So same cards. And we need a giant poly mailer. Or a medium size. That should work. Okay, Frank. I already printed your label too. So let's reprint that. I really thought that would be so much easier. Like, oh, I would just print them all from bed and then come out here and just hit like reprint, reprint, reprint. But that's not really how that works. Some people do use bulk printing. And I have mentioned this. I asked my mom and Roger, who were just here right before Christmas, and I asked them both if they use bulk reprinting, and they were like, no, we do not touch bulk shipping on eBay. And there's people that can do it. I've just screwed up too many times without using it, Just, I'm human. So yeah, that's a no from me. If you were shipping off the same item to everybody, let's say I sold, 500 of these, you'd be fine. So all the people on, TikTok, that's where I get all of my eBay news, and my printing news, are showing like these big stacks of labels and like, look how many things sold. And I'm like, yeah, but they're all the same thing. You just have to like, this is confusing stuff. It's not. Thank you, Frank. Okay, next item is a Freddie WR.UP up pants and jacket set in purple. I think I found, oh, there's where the water went. When I took a drink of my water, the straw was like, pshh. That's where it went. Good thing. See, this is why we wrap things in bags. And let's use some Jilson Roberts paper because I know this will need a big sheet. But I think I got this for, I said in one of my videos, $5, I want to say, for the set. Maybe $4 to $8. And it sold for an unknown amount of money, $75. And this probably took, I'm gonna say about 3 to 4 months, maybe 4 months. There was a bunch of months in there that my husband went for essentially shock therapy for his depression. And it has a very, very high success rate, even after like 6 or 8 treatments. And he had, I think, 13 or 14 treatments. No, they did not help. We will save you and go with the purple ribbon. And we really had high hopes. But even giving somebody hope is a big deal. So to at least have had that hope for a few months was a wonderful thing for me and for him. And we have a few other things on the horizon for the depression. And yes, of course, he takes medicine and he sees quite a few doctors. But I would love for him to wake up one morning and just feel joy and have laughter. And he does do those things with some people. But after COVID and a lot of his friends passed away from it, it hit the community pretty hard. His community. I understand. It's not the same. To make friends when you're an adult and, we don't have children hanging out at the park would be weird. But we don't have, we have this community, which has been wonderful. And we've been here a year and a half or so. In April, at the end of April, May, it'll be 2 years. So just about a year and a half. I remember the gold sticker. He is making friends, but it's just slow because he doesn't feel well. Okay. So let's reprint this label. Okay, how do I print this? Here we go. Reprint. Also, I now have soda. I have water, which I'm not drinking, and soda. But water did go all over everything. This is for Debbie in California. Also, very rarely do I enter actual measurements. I judged correctly. This one I did put 2 pounds when hey eBay, what are we doing here? We need to reprint that label. Because I did calculating shipping for this one. Anything heavy, and I thought that was going to be a lot heavier than it was. or large, which again, it's not, I usually do put the actual measurements. Okay, print. And the shipping for her was $10.04. I think I paid. I don't remember how much she paid, probably $11 or $12. eBay is thinking about it. I have all really pretty snowflakes. I made them. I'm calling myself pretty snowflake maker here, but even my mom was like, wow, some of these are really pretty. And I'm like, I know, I'm really good at snowflakes. And I had to take them all down. Oh. Okay, eBay, you've now stopped. We don't have time for you to stop. We're supposed to make my life easier by doing this in bed. Okay, I at least see the labels, so that's good. Okay, we're okay now. eBay was just having a little bit of troubles. So thank you to Debbie. And thankfully, the last one I printed from bed was the J. Crew rhinestone necklace, which I can't see who this is going to. Sabrina in Delaware. Oh, so rarely do I ship anything to Delaware. I've been to Delaware. It's lovely. It is a small state, so I ship a lot to California, which is a bigger state than Delaware. Okay, so now I have to go to orders to show you how much it is. This caused me so much more work. Of course it did. I cracked myself up. Okay, $39.99, but minus 20%, I think. I'm almost positive. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. So it is going to Sabrina, who is in Delaware, and it is a really pretty necklace. It is J. Crew. It is so sparkly and real. And the way they did this in real life, they linked them at the top, because if you link this heavy of like a rhinestone or jewel in the middle, it'll just cause the rhinestones to go wonky, but they linked them at the top, which is like the correct way to do it. So the rhinestones like never go wonky. They always stay in this perfectly flat rhinestone order. Okay, box. I think we will use the blue box because it deserves it. Come on. Darren and I really don't have any plans for New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow. He does play New Year's Day, which is good because it is double pay, which if you work a real job and not eBay where you don't make double time, double pay, I forget what you call it even. We're gonna need more bubble wrap than that, because that, yeah, that's not gonna work. So that'll be what he does most of the actual day. But I am not a fan of fireworks in the least. I wish I could be. Somebody better than me explain fireworks. Is it the noise? Is it the sound? Is it like, as an adult, the child thing, totally understand. Children see fireworks, amazing. I can picture, I don't know that I ever liked fireworks, to be fair. My mom would have to tell me, and I'm guessing the answer is no. They're loud. Let's go for, We even have a tiny little piece. The florals. So if you're an adult that likes fireworks and don't have children or other people that like fireworks, like if you're doing it for somebody who loves fireworks, okay. But why? Why do we still have fireworks? A lot of people get hurt. Animals usually go crazy. Not everybody loves them. There's just things on this earth that puzzle me. And I don't have to understand everything as long as nobody's getting hurt by it, but I really don't get it. I don't get the fireworks thing. There's something I'm missing. I know there's something I'm missing. So I will most likely take an Ambien and go to bed. So, because fireworks here are completely legal and they will set them off starting at about 5 o'clock, no lie, and they could potentially go to 2 a.m. So many fireworks because we live close to the beach. Not as close as our last house, but still close enough to the beach that people are on holiday and have extra money to buy fireworks. I don't know. I'm judging people. There's a reason. There's a reason. I just don't get the reason. Let's go with the cheetah print. I sold a bunch of poly mailers, and so while I was pulling them, because I had sold all the other ones I had pulled, I pulled like 1 or 2 extra of all of them. So today we have a lot of poly mailers. Okay, so reprint. This will be the last reprint. And I will run these across to the post office. The post office has a box and I think they pick up at 6, but I will run them up before the post office closes. But I do want to check that blue postal box, mailbox, posta box thing and see when the last time they pick up. I feel like I should know that as a reseller, and I totally don't. Okay. Thank you, Sabrina. We have one more eBay item that needs to go out by tomorrow, but let's pretend today. And it's over there, so I'm gonna stand up. Don't judge my outfit. Okay, did you judge my outfit? I have like really soft, long, like cotton basketball shorts. I don't even know what to call them. They're bears. And I stole them. And then this really pretty top that I bought from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And I love the color, and it's not 100% cotton, I don't think, but somebody told me I look pretty in it, so thank you for that bit of vanity now that's stuck in my head. We are going to get a bag. There we are. And this is the handbag. It's so pretty. I have sold now every single one of this like embossed style. This is a Maddie Claire. This one is purple. It is the color, I think it's called like blue haze or purple haze. It is called Black Ink. Okay. I just clearly made up the blue haze. Maybe another bag of this style was called like red haze or something, but it's almost like indigo. Bear and I, when we have anxiety, he had anxiety today because we had to go to 2 doctor's appointments. I am going to leave the dust bag rolled up in there. Sometimes just talking is a lot of work, but we name like cats, dogs, we go through the alphabet. We've just helped each other a lot with our anxiety. So we were going through the colors in not alphabetical order, rainbow order, and we got to indigo, and I was like, do you see anything indigo in the doctor's office? And he had a right. I mean, I get why he had anxiety. I'm gonna take this strap off. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. How rare is indigo? Who put indigo in the rainbow? We're not putting like lime green in the rainbow. Indigo is just a blue purple. I get that orange is also like a red yellow. So there are colors in the rainbow that don't make any sense. But we couldn't find anything. They did have some really nice Christmas decorations. So green and red were super easy. Yellow too because of the stars, and by the time we got to indigo and discussed, he had calmed down some. And then they called our name and everything went really well. It's a sleep study, so it's nothing that should be that anxiety inducing to most people. But Bear being away from the comfort of his house and being 6'6" and never doing well at a hospital setting. So they showed us, they toured us, and he can take Ambien, which is amazing. I wanted to give the girl all of my earthly possessions. I was gonna say kiss her, but she probably wouldn't have liked that. I wanted to give her, she's like, yeah, who told you couldn't take meds that you're on or have a script for? And I was like, another doctor said we had to go off all meds. And he's on depression meds, so like, and anxiety meds for that kind of situation. She's like, oh no, we encourage it. In fact, for those people that don't have Ambien scripts, we even write them one. I was like, and then the whole thing, we should have asked that first. Then we were fine. But for Bear to be in a strange place from 8 o'clock to 6 a.m., you have to get there at 8 and then try to sleep when the man doesn't really sleep that well. We're gonna need a bigger piece. Anyway, I would have anxiety. But we got to see the rooms, and they have them set up kind of like hospital rooms, kind of like hotel rooms. More hospital than hotel. But there is a tiny TV on the wall, which again, I get hospitals also have those. And he's like, do I have to go right to sleep? I don't think I could sleep. And she's like, no. And then that's when we discussed the Ambien thing at the very end. And then we were all like, oh, this makes more sense. Because we're just thinking, what if I don't sleep? And I think it is a brilliant idea for a sleep study. In fact, sign me up. My mom, last time I might have told this story, she's like, do you know how loudly you snore? Has Bear filmed you? I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I know how loudly I snore. I wake up everybody. We're in separate rooms. Like, yeah, totally know that I snore, Mom. I've snored forever. She's like, it's loud. I'm like, yeah, no, I know. She didn't say it in a mean way. I snore really, really loudly. It's amazing I don't wake up the neighbors. Okay, same ones, sorry. When I pause and go to the post office, I will get different things. Okay, I think we're gonna have to use a bigger bag. I don't think this is gonna fit in a, well, so much for getting all of the fun poly mailers. We've now used 3 pink bags. They do have handles though, so they are really nice. Ooh, last one. Okay, now we actually have to weigh this one and put in the measurements. Thankfully, because last night I stopped there. I stopped at the J. Crew necklace. So 12 by 12 by 3. Oh, and this sold for $30, give or take a little bit, but something like that. They paid $6.99 for shipping. My shipping is actually, really, is this 2 pounds? Huh. It is not 2 pounds, but it is close enough to the, I just want to say, it's at like 1 point something, 0 something, I already forgot. Oh, it's totally not worth it. Okay, 1 pound is $7.14, 2 pounds is $7.78. I always feel like I should add just a little bit in case there's like moisture or something, you know, gets put on it. A random sticker somebody's putting on it. I don't know. But we went with the 2 pounds. We don't want anything to get flagged if we can help it. I am going to have to put on regular pants to go to the post office. So there's that. Okay, let's see how many more items I have to do. I have 2 website orders. And, okay, so we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 more items. I am not complaining. I have days to get this done. And I am truly, truly honored if you bought something from me. And I'm feeling well enough to do it. Obviously, I even put on makeup, though I'm hoping I hit my nose again, this time not on concrete. I opened up the cabinet door and then I was cleaning like the stove area. We have this weird hibachi stove where like you can sit around it and somebody could cook, and there's cabinets, and unless you're like 4 foot, you can't see past the cabinet. So I was like cleaning up with Lysol, and it doesn't matter what I was cleaning up with, paper towel and Lysol. And I did one of these and the cabinet. So now I'm trying to cover it up, but I have got another big bump right across the bridge of my nose. Thankfully, that's why I wear glasses. So today at the doctor's office, I just like lowered my glasses so she didn't see and wonder what. It's covered, but in real life, it's like, what happened there, Mellissa? What did you do to yourself? Okay, I'm going to the mailbox, post office box. Bye. As you can tell, it is now dark here. It is 8:30. Bear took over the mail before 5 o'clock when they closed. And we have a drive-through. I didn't know our post office had a drive-through, so that was a fun thing. Now, for those of you who have been following the saga of my 2 returns, I do not accept returns. eBay sometimes makes you accept them though. I had a person return a purse and they stole the wallets and the tags and used the purse and then never put the purse in any kind of packaging and folded it in a small box. We're still working on that because that was a $200 purse, and she put that the zipper didn't work, got it back, recorded everything, thankfully. Always record everything. It's the only thing saving me in this one, I think. And the zipper worked fine, and then I realized she took everything out, the dust bag, the 2 wallets, the 2 pouches of wallet, doesn't matter. She took everything out. She folded it. They left it in the rain or the sprinklers or both. The whole box was sopping wet. Inside had no protection. It's just a mess. The second item was a lot of 3 bras. Now I described them as being used. I probably put something in it. I've read it before. It didn't say like excellent condition. It didn't say that. I make my items usually sound worse than they are. to a point, like 5% worse than they are, 10%, not a whole bunch worse. But if an item has a flaw, I am taking photos and disclosing these flaws. These bras were pretty good. Washed them. There weren't any big issues, except the third bra didn't have a size tag, which I disclosed. So the person writes to me, says, doesn't have a size tag. Yeah. Copied the listing, showed them. They changed their complaint to one of the items has a big stain on it. Can you take a picture? Long story short, this person, who turns out to be a bra seller, doesn't use stock photos, uses her own photos, or his own photos, their own photos, doesn't have a camera, doesn't have a cell phone, doesn't know how to upload a photo. They upload a blurry photo of almost nothingness. It could have been the ceiling, it could have been a bra. Then they said they uploaded a photo, which nobody could tell what it was, and it definitely wasn't a stain because we couldn't tell what it was. And then eBay, I've been talking to eBay this whole time about them because I do that for every case. I have 100% feedback. I really care too much about this kind of stuff, and it was only $20. I could have refunded her, but she lied. She changed her mind, whatever. And maybe she was about to resell the bras. Who knows? I don't care what she plans on doing. If she could have sold the bras for $5 billion, I literally don't care. She lied. So I'm assuming it's a she by the name, so just go with me with that one. So I call eBay. eBay said, have her use eBay messages to send you a photo of the stain. eBay messages doesn't work for her. So I'm like, okay. So I call eBay back. Every time you need to call eBay, there's no direct phone number unless you're on the top tier of like $3.99, $4.99 a month, where you're paying eBay for basically all of that customer service. I'm not paying eBay hundreds of dollars. I barely pay eBay $10 a month for my store subscription because I don't usually need this level, and I've been doing eBay for 20-something years. So I call eBay back. Every time I call eBay back, you have to request a call, you have to do the thing. It takes forever. Call them back. They say, let the case close in her favor. You'll win the appeal. Great. Can you note that on my thing? So they're noting every time I talk to eBay. Can you note that on my thing? Sure, because I've talked to eBay 4 quadrillion times now. They noted on my thing. The case closes in her favor. I call eBay the next day. They're like, yeah, it closed in her favor. I'm like, yeah, you told me to do that. You can see that I've messaged this woman. She had major issues taking photos. There was no photos. Okay, eBay's like, okay, wait till you get the bras back. Fine. Get the bras back. They're actually in better condition than I even remember. I should have described the bras as great. So I take pictures of the bras. Long story, even longer. All of the pictures. As many photos as I could possibly I'm uploading to eBay messages, sending this woman. I got these back. There's not a singular stain on them. She was like, there's a big dye mark under one. It's bright pink. I don't know what you're talking about, woman. I really, really don't. So now I call eBay. I've uploaded the photos. eBay wrote me. We are going to read what eBay wrote me. I am usually pro eBay, as you know. I make a decent amount of money on eBay. I haven't called eBay because I just received this message. And it comes through to your email as like you have to log in to your eBay app or your eBay whatever. So I had to wait until, okay. Hi, Mellissa. Thank you for contacting eBay customer service regarding the lot of 3 beige bras. And then they give the title and the item number that you sold to buyer, who has been blocked and has been blocked immediately from the beginning. Oh, she also wrote me a letter that said I was a big liar and all of these nasty things. Don't love that. And wrote in my feedback, you can only leave positive feedback if it's feedback, or you have to leave negative feedback. She knew the workaround. She put positive, but then she wrote that I was a big fat liar in my feedback, in my positive feedback. So not thrilled with that. It will fall off my page, and nobody's going to care that it's there except for me, but it is there, which again is breaking the eBay rules. She's broken like 3 rules at this point, maybe more. Okay, to this buyer. I understand that you shipped the item in good condition. However, the buyer claims that they received it in not as described condition. That's how she opens the case. But you received it back with the same condition when you initially shipped it. First of all, eBay's grammar. Let's pass that. You received it back with the same condition when you initially shipped it, which was true because I had photos on the listing and then photos when I got the bras back. Whatever. I can screenshot when I took the photos, whatever. I'm sorry to hear that you've had this experience. I can see here that you would like to be refunded for the cost of the original shipping because they're only refunding the cost of the shipping back, not the cost of the bras that I made, $20-something on, not the eBay fees, and not the original shipping. So I'm out those 3 things. They will refund me about $5, which I don't care about that $5. I care because I don't accept returns from liars. Okay. I can see here that you would like to be refunded for the cost of the original shipping. I would like to be refunded for everything eBay, but whatever, sure. Let's go with original shipping. I appreciate your taking the effort to let us know of your concern. I will be happy to help you sort this out. So far, okay, let's go sort this out, eBay. You know me, I'm a positive person. Let's stick with this. Since we, eBay, do not see or handle the items ourselves, period, in the middle of a sentence, new sentence, it is difficult for us to determine the exact condition of the item when it was sent or received. That's why I take 4 quadrillion photos. For this reason, we have concluded that the best course of action is for the buyer to send the item back to you for a full refund. I got this email today. I received the bras 3 weeks ago. eBay knows this. I've called them, I really have probably called them between 8 and 12 times regarding $20-something bras. Hours and hours of my time, whatever. So they're saying, let's wait for you to receive the bras, which we already talked to you several times and know you have the bras because we have the photos. And then you can give the buyer all of their money back, which eBay already did. So I don't know how that's happening. Okay, it gets better. It gets better. Here on eBay, here at eBay, maybe here on eBay, we can help you get the item back and possibly resell it again to another buyer. And because the reason is outside of the buyer's control, and within your return policy, I have a no returns policy. We are asking you to pay for the original shipping, pay for the item, pay for the return shipping, and about the shipping cost, comma, please be advised that the sellers are responsible for determining the shipping costs for their items, but it is the buyers who is paying for it. What? What even is that last sentence? So they want me to recoup nothing, give the money back to the buyer, which they already get the money back when they close the case in their favor, and they got the label paid for by me. Then eBay wants to be happy to help me sort this out. And because of my return policy, which is no returns, unless I screw up. I screw up. I'm a human. If I send something and it has a giant stain or a hole in it or something happens, 100%. I'm human. This was not that. We all know this was not that. Sorry I'm taking your, I am heated. eBay will be getting yet another phone call from me. It's not going to do any good. But this person has won and they have scammed the system multiple ways, multiple times, and they sell on eBay. Craziness. Okay, I can assure you that we don't take this report lightly. What? You didn't even realize she sent back the bras like 3 weeks ago. Have you even read the notes in my case? But whatever. I can see here that you reported this buyer already. Oh yeah, this buyer absolutely should be investigated. Our buyer risk management team will review the buyer's account for any history or pattern of abuse. We can't disclose any actions taken on another member's account. I will be checking regularly to see if this person is canceled from eBay, if they disappear, if their items are taken off, because then I can determine that they've been doing it. But I can assure you that we will investigate and respond immediately and appropriately, which I do not believe, because they didn't even realize I sent pictures of the bras that were returned. They didn't even realize I have a no returns policy. So no, I'm not believing any of this. To avoid, you're gonna love this next part. Love it. This is going to keep me up at night in like, I can't believe it. Like I'm almost happy. I don't get angry, hardly ever. Like hardly ever am I angry. So this emotion to me is out, it's blowing my mind that I'm so angry over such a thing. Okay, here goes the next part. To avoid the situation in the future, I suggest offering free returns as your return policy. What? I'm allowed to pick if I take returns or not. So to avoid the next person lying about the bras, us telling you how to appeal and win the situation, then tell me I'm not going to win the situation, and then telling me the bras should be sent back when I already told you they were sent back several times. And now you have the gall to suggest that I offer free returns so this doesn't happen again? So a buyer doesn't lie again? What? This still would have happened. Okay. This will help drive more sales for you from buyers who love to shop from sellers who pay for return shipping. Are we seeing what they're saying here? I can rewrite this for you in my own words, which is what they mean. This will help drive more sales from liars, from buyers who lie about things and want to take advantage of your free returns. That's basically what that means. Are we on the same page? Am I not? I'm reading a lot into this, but so far, this is a terrible email. This also gives you protection from buyers who file false return claims. Does it, eBay? Does it give me protection from somebody who filed a false claim? Because everything up to this point, you are now lying to me. Here's a link to help set this up for you. And then they send me the link to change my return policy. As a valued member of our community, we want you to have smooth transactions here on eBay. Oh, this has just been so smooth. Hours of my time. So smooth, eBay. I assure you that we are doing our very best to make eBay a safe and reputable place for sellers to do their business. I'm confident that I have addressed your concern in a great manner today. How confident would you say this person is? Now, this could just be a stock letter. However, the grammar is terrible. Thank you for contacting eBay customer support, Mellissa. We appreciate your continued Patreon with eBay since 1999. Cheers to you for 25 great years with eBay. We look forward to more awesome years of our togetherness. Stay safe and have a great day. Kind regards, the name eBay customer service. So the buyer lied. eBay told me to have the buyers send back the bras and file an appeal, which I would win. Filed the appeal, did not win it. Sent them multiple angles of each bra, way too many photos, and the letter the person wrote me, which had awful things said about me that were untrue. Then the buyer left me negative feedback under a positive feedback, which is against eBay policy. Called eBay about that. eBay now wrote me this. eBay, what in the world is happening? This should have been an open and shut case. This should not have happened. This letter made things 100 times worse. You saying, oh, we'll appeal a case, sure. We'll do this, sure. Even if you weren't planning on standing up to your word, whatever. Things happen. It was only $20-something. However, the letter, over the top. So eBay will be getting a call from me. A nice call, because the person answering the phone is not writing the letter. But the person on the phone will be reading all of the notes that I made eBay keep. And eBay, the last time we spoke, told me they would at least refund me the shipping back to me, which is now not happening. So that's the end of that. And we're moving on with my shipping video. Yikes. Okay. That will probably be the maddest you ever see me. Seriously, I'm so rarely mad. I'm so mad because not only is this happening to me, but if this happens to somebody who has been with eBay, the togetherness for 25 years, and they want me to be happy and continue to sell on eBay and explain eBay in a way that makes sense and make shipping videos and do all of the things I do for eBay, which I'm a very small part of eBay. Let's be honest. eBay has millions of people that sell. I'm a nobody to them. I get it. But 25 years of togetherness. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm lost. Oh, it's happening to other people. It is happening to people who don't have time to call eBay or know how to call eBay because they do not make it easy. You have to go down in the little chat box and then usually pick some random thing. And then usually I just type live help, customer service. Then I still have to write certain keywords to get me to have eBay call me. That's how this usually goes. And then you have to explain the whole situation and give the whole order number and item number. And then they put you on hold because they don't take these kinds of cases because this is, not like, how do I package something? Or like something I could Google. I actually need somebody's help. So they put you on hold. I was on the phone for over an hour, 3 times ago, and 45 minutes another time. Like, if you don't have time in your day to do all of this, there are scammers on eBay. They are very, very small in the whole pool. Mostly people don't lie about things like this, but it happens. And if it's happening to me, who stays on top of this and takes 4 quadrillion photos and calls the person out and gets a letter written to her, handwritten, I wish I could show you the letter, but I can't because of some of the words, and it has the person's name on it. It's happening to other people. Also, letter 0. Negative feedback, eBay. I swear I won't bring this up again. I do have really, really good transactions with so many buyers and so many people here. You have been lovely to me that I get so much love that is undeserved. I work hard. I don't work hard as so many other people in this world. And those people are also getting hatred, I'm sure, from, I'm going to call it an employer and customers. Customers lie. We all know this. Employers lie. We all know this. But when you have proof of something and spend hours, this is not how eBay should be presenting themselves. We all know that. Okay. I have website orders, which, thank you so much. I do have to change my website slightly because it says I'm sold out of Christmas packages, which I am, but I just have to delete that. So I use Wix, W-I-X, so I have to log in. Love Wix. It is a little pricey, but it is super easy to use, so I usually recommend it. Not sponsored by anybody, honestly. I don't think I've ever been sponsored. Brands sometimes send me free items to open, and I'm like, sure, I'll open them, but I'm going to be honest. So I've never been paid a cent by any company, though, to say anything about them, including eBay. I also use Dashlane, Dashlane, it's all one word, D-A-S-H-L-A-N-E, to keep my passwords. So don't look at my password, because you can steal all of my other passwords. So I log into Dashlane every 14 days, and then it automatically logs me into every other website that I've ever created password and thought, oh, I'll have no problem just remembering this random password. Oh, it sent a code to my phone. I'm using my phone. Okay, code. What are you? 5587. I'm not saying the last ones. I don't think it matters. I think the code disappears. Sorry about that. Within seconds anyway. Okay, enter your code. We are in Wix. I'm also going to sign into Pirate Ship, which again, Dashlane will just sign me in. Dashlane has a free service, which works great. I actually pay for it, and you know, if I pay for something, I really, really like it. And the paid service allows you unlimited passwords, which I have created so many passwords for like one-time things. Okay, I am on my sales and my orders. Hi, Angela. Angela purchased the, what am I calling this? The Mega Fun Supplies, tissue, polys, cards, and more. And my website is bloominclothing.com. Bloom in, or bloomin', but without the G. And how do I describe this? A limited, it is limited. I've had it for a while, but not, I've probably sold about maybe 20 to 30 of these. It is $99, so keep that in mind. 80 sheets of Jilson Roberts tissue paper in all of the generic prints. Flowers, whimsical, geometric, nothing Christmas unless you ask. None of this is any Christmas. It's year round. 70 of the regular size poly mailers, 30 of the very big poly mailers, 120 inspirational cards, these kinds of cards, but a whole bunch of them, ribbons, stickers, postcards, and surprises. So Angela let me know that she had plenty of cards and could I replace them, which absolutely. So I added in a bunch of extra poly mailers for her and some tissue paper for her. One of the tissue papers isn't Jilson Roberts. I just threw that in for free. That's not replacing anything. It is a snowflake print, but everything else, I I just had extra snowflake prints and I figured she could use it to stuff shoes or whatever. So this is a ton of different, oh, and extras. I won't show you the extras, just in case you also want to get this. But it is this giant bag, which has the tissue paper, some of the extras, the stickers, and the large poly mailers. It says 30. There's more than that. And then this is the other poly mailers. And I think I included over 100. I included quite a few ribbons, stickers, all of the things. So this is what she is getting. Thank you so much. She has ordered from me many times. I also included some of the blue and white twine, as well as pink ribbon somewhere. Pink ribbon. I might have to, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because the poly mailers I used are really good poly mailers, but these were really heavy. So I think I'm gonna make a giant poly mailer and then tape the heck out of it. Okay. Tape noises, I will mute. I always try to mute or fast forward and mute tape noises because tape is highly annoying to listen to. No, stay down. This has got to weigh at least 10 pounds. In my mind, it's probably closer to 15, but let's see. 9 pounds, 4 ounces. So it is rounds up to 10. Let me get, I probably have, hey, I don't want to do that. I don't want a screenshot. Go away, screenshot. Sure, we'll screenshot that there. I probably definitely have her address in pirate ship, but just in case she moves in the last little bit, we will make sure we copy that, and then we just copy her. I like your email address. I might have said that before. Her email address, and this is, I'm gonna say 15 by, I should probably measure this. I'll say 15 by 15, but it might not be. 15 by 12. I'm gonna put 15 by 15 just to take account of, you get it. 10 pounds, and she is in Ohio. I will be having a huge sale, and my cost is $11.76 for priority mail, or $10.60 for the cheapest, but I'm gonna go priority mail just because it's just a little bit more. And that will probably happen, I'm going to say, by the end of January, and I will post it on Instagram and probably here and on my website. So a couple different places. I will have a ton of Jilson Roberts tissue paper prints, some of which have discontinued, and a ton of really fun poly mailers. Now these will be mystery prints unless you have your heart set on 1 or 2 prints, and I have them in stock. if you love the butterflies, for instance, or if you love the Foxy Craft one, I could probably do that for you. Usually I do tissue paper. I have to see if I can still do this. 3 for $1, so 33 cents. And oh, cards I'll do too. These I will make 10 cents, which is basically my cost. I'm not necessarily looking to make a ton on these. And poly mailers, I think I usually do 10 for $1. These are really solid poly mailers. I've gotten better about knowing like the really good poly mailers. And the big ones I have to price, like some of these are really, really big. So I'll have to price those slightly higher, and then you just pay shipping. So it'll just get rid of a lot of my stock and I can buy new stock. Again, I usually don't make more than a couple dollars per person, to be honest, on the supply sale, but it will allow me to, there's really no such thing as an old print for poly mailers. It's not like, you know, it'd be cool if we had 1950 poly mailers. I'd be all about that. But the poly mailers are mostly from the last year or two. Same with the tissue paper. Though they probably would have had tissue paper back in the 50s, right? Probably not poly mailers. What is the oldest? When did tissue paper get invented? When was tissue paper invented? Let's say the 40s. Tissue paper has been used for hygienic purposes for centuries, but tissue paper as we know it today was not produced in the US before the mid-1940s. Look at me guess something right. In Western Europe, large-scale production started in the 60s. Oh. And then the next fact was something kind of related to tissue paper. Oh, now I'm realizing tissue paper might not actually be tissue paper. It might be toilet paper. Well, let's just go with the 1940s. I could be wrong. But the next fact, this is probably why, was how do they wipe their butts in the 1700s? That was like the next thing in Google. And if you're curious, it was old newspapers and catalogs, which they had catalogs in the 1700s. If anybody has a catalog on eBay from the 1700s, I can't imagine how much that would even, I don't see any catalogs from the 1700s. Clearly, let's just do the most expensive catalog. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. The 2022 Ferrari off-catalog paint. Oh, well, it's paint, isn't it? Okay, well, let's go to catalogs. Or maybe antiquities? Yeah, let's go with like antiquity books. Catalog book signed by Hans Porst, 17,000. Okay, let's go to sold. See if we can quickly, I'm taking up all of your time. Highest first, find an old catalog. Andy Warhol catalogs, sealed. Again, is catalog actually a catalog? These look like giant books. Oh, and they're sealed, so I can't even tell. And they're volumes 1 through 4. And they sold for $1,700. So that's impressive. Maybe not. I would have expected them to do more, right? Again, I don't really see like Sears catalogs. Probably because Sears wasn't around in the 1700s. Okay. Now this is a car brochure, but it's catalog-esque. It's from the 1920s. It is a lot of I don't even know this car. And I sold cars, so clearly I know cars. Fageal. Oh, they're like art prints. They're really pretty. Those sold for about $800. Oh, a Tiffany's book from 1899. Now I'm gonna have to Google. This is the last thing. My brain is needing to know this. I am having so much fun. Thanks for watching me Google things. This is what my brain does all the time. My husband's like, you're on your phone a lot. I'm like, I'm learning everything. He doesn't actually say that, but I am on my phone a lot. In fact, I don't think he's ever said that. He's probably thought it. It's not like I'm watching TikTok dances. I'm learning all the things that I will immediately forget. When were catalogs invented? Because if this is not the 1700s, first catalog almost medieval. Whoa, it was published by blah, 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 blah in Venice. Sorry, blah, 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 blah. I don't know your name. Aldus Pius Manituus. Just butchered that. 1498. Wow. Okay, the oldest catalog in the US, however. I have these shoes. Hammacher Schlemlecker. That's clearly not how you pronounce that, but I literally just picked up these shoes from this company at the bins. I haven't even listed them. I did take photos though. Is America's longest running catalog, offering the best, the only, and the unexpected. My shoes are just kind of like not unexpected. They're just black slides, like sandals, since 1848. So if that catalog was in the mid 1800s, how are people wiping in the 1700s with catalogs? Would it only be overseas? I don't know. Okay, Angela, thank you so much. I'm going to add your tracking number to my website. This has cheered me up greatly from my eBay letter. And I do have another order here, do I? I do. Donna, you ordered cards. Oh, I have them. You ordered 100 cards, and I threw in some extras. And these are just a huge array of all of my business cards, inspirational cards. Look how fun they are. And they are all business card size. I did have one that I made a few years ago that weren't business card size. And I loved the saying and the card, and it was square. And then I realized, like, you know what, let's throw in some more since they're sitting here for you. That people couldn't keep them where they would keep them. So we did away with that one. I'm going to put a little bit of tissue paper in here, just because I don't want the cards to move around. Much better. I am happy with that. I've lost my gold stickers. But I will have pictures of all of the sale items. And then anybody who buys from the sale will get a few more extras included. Some ribbons, some things like that. You never know. But that sale should be in January, since January is in 2 days. And probably not towards the beginning of January. December was a crazy busy month. My mom and Roger came down, which we always love when they come down. Truly, truly, they are wonderful people to have at your house. But it was kind of last minute, which wasn't a big deal. Our house is pretty much ready to go for anybody who needs to stay here. I would never turn somebody away. I am doing a horrible job with this. Let's go the other way. That needed to stay with us, even if the house was... Sometimes it's worse than this. You can't see too much, but just know that I did pull like everything that sold, and cardboard boxes and bubble wrap and all of the things. I would gladly invite somebody in, but so that was a lot of fun. I'm sorry about the giant pom-pom. We'll also give her a mask. And let's do one of the hearts. You know what? Since I have so many here, let's do a few more. This one always reminds me of Walmart. That one I have two. We'll do some poly mailers, just an assortment of... I love this one. This one is so pretty. Quality Park. I have no idea. I want to keep this under a pound. I'm guessing that probably didn't add that much weight. Yeah, we are at 10.8 ounces. So she paid $17. And Donna is in Ohio. Hi, Donna. I also recognize your name. How funny that two people in Ohio purchased back to back. Is that funny? Statistically, that's lower chances than if two people in New York purchased back to back, I would think. Two people in Ohio not have good poly mailers. Okay, so we are 12 by 8. I said 11 ounces rounded up and 0 pounds. So my cost on Pirate Ship is $5.09. And then my website takes a small cut too. So I think I get about 11 cents normally, which again, I pay between like 9 and 10 cents. So these aren't huge money makers, but they allow me to have them cheaper than if I just bought 100 for myself. I can now buy 2,000 and sell the overstock, and it helps me. You get it. Or maybe you don't. I don't always use the right words. Print. After the mail got dropped off by Bear, what is happening here? What happened? Oop. I am not sending this to OneNote. I don't even know what OneNote is. There we go. We decided to go for a walk. We have been doing that a lot lately, which is very nice because it's not 4,000 degrees at night. And I think on Wednesday or Thursday, it's supposed to be back in the 50s, which as somebody who is definitely in the thick of things with menopause, at least I'm hoping the thick of things, because I cannot imagine feeling more like I'm on fire from the inside. Seriously, just like ice pack. I ordered more ice packs because I've been sleeping with ice packs. They do make something to like cool your bed. It's about $400 or $500, but if this is gonna go on, which I don't want to pay $400 or $500, I need to buy an air conditioning first for my lanai. We have other things to buy here. I don't want to waste all of my money on frivolous things, but they do make something that like shoots something under your bed to keep it cool. And I got the Temu version, which had really high marks, and I got it and I was like, this feels very cheap, number one. And we tried it out, and I had Bear try it out too because I did not feel like it was doing anything. Plus I sleep on top of foam, so I had to put it on top of the foam. And it was so plasticky. It was like an old air mattress without any air in it. You know, like that thick kind of plastic that makes noise when you move around. And then I use a cotton sheet. So I'm like, am I crazy? Is this doing anything? And I left it on for like 2 hours. Bear's like, you're not crazy, send it back. So I did. But I'm wondering if the one on Amazon would be a lot better. Again, don't really want to spend $400 or $500, but it is waking me up to be that warm. Plus, we're doing a lot more laundry. All of the things that they should tell you about menopause. I needed to have it done anyway. And I'm sure it's not that bad for some people who naturally go through it. I'm sure it's horrific, worse than I'm even describing for some people, but I was expecting it, but I was not expecting to sweat, you know, when it's like 40 degrees out, which it was a couple days, and I had the window wide open. I have the air conditioner on. It's okay. So that takes care of those 2 items. We have a few more items to ship by tomorrow, so we will work on those. The next purse is gorgeous. One of my favorites that Anushka did that I've seen. So here it is. Let me take out the wallets that are attached. I'm calling them wallets. The actual other one, maybe this one has it too. This one has it too. Okay, so I can show you what that other person, this is just padding, took out of the bag they didn't return. The tag, the 2 pouches that are like attached. I don't know if those were attached or not. Sometimes I cut those for pictures. I think they were those. So she kept those, the person who returned my bag wet. Not this person. This person's been lovely. A card case. I don't remember if hers had a, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you there. A mirror and like a little wallet. I don't know if you can see. The painting on this is incredible. Look at that. If I painted a cat next to a bird, I don't think you would realize it was a cat or a bird or know which is which. Okay. Put that back in there. And she did give back the strap. Or it had the strap attached. Maybe it wasn't even removable. But I'm really going to show you this because this is really, really pretty. So this side just has the cardinal and some zippers. And then the gold toggle. And this is open already, where you could put all of your cards. This is truly, I might have thought about keeping this one myself if I needed a bag this size. And then inside, it opens really wide and has, this has 1, 2, 3 pockets, slip pockets, and then the inside zips. The whole thing zips too, but it's quite large. And then taking out all this, those are just gonna have to stay in there. And then this side has a zipped pocket too. So you could leave it open so you could get to things, or the entire thing snaps and zips. And I'm zipping this on camera. We all know why. And then you can snap it or leave it open. I would leave this open if it was mine. And the straps are braided or woven maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I keep hitting it. Sorry about that. And this, the style, it's so pretty. It's so well done. Look at these. Look at that cat's face. It looks like a cat. So good. This is the Anushka style 563. And if you go on Anushka's website or just Google Anushka, which unfortunately I remember it, has the word anus. Those are the first 4 letters, and then there's another 4 letters, so it's 8 letters. So I remember anus. Sorry, Anushka. And then it's CHKA. And this is the 563. I just wanted to see if it was even still on their website, because so many of them are not. I don't think this one is. Are we even on the real Anushka website? I don't think we are. Is it Anushka? It is AnushkaLeather.com. I wonder if, what is Anushka? We are not going to just Google Anushka because of that first 4 letters. Okay, style 562 I put. Nope, we need 563. Just to see if they still have this. They don't. Do you still have, I forget what it's called. I should know. I called it Cardinal and Cat. Yeah, that's clearly not what they called it, but it is lovely. So pretty. Oh, and the feet on the bottom. Hold on, I have a little bit of a white butcher paper or whatever. And even like the ombre is so good. So we are going to put this in a box, wrapped and not folded, so the sprinklers and the rain get to it. And I am wearing pants. It's just, they're a little short, so don't think you get it. Okay, big box. We're gonna make the big box first and then do all of the wrapping. Oh, you stay up. Okay, now I know how to do this. We've done this enough. This and this go in first. And then this gets folded over and tucked in. Stop turning on. Now, I'm assuming this will be a big enough box, but if it's not, I have bigger boxes. I think that will be perfect, though, truly. So let's put this in some plastic. I'm gonna fold the handles down, I think. Yes, that makes more sense. And then the flaps up, handles down, yes. There. I'm just going to use one piece of tape to hold it, and then we will tape the whole thing. So make sure we're, honestly, that's pretty airtight like that, but we are taping and taping and taping. So that's what this bag should have looked like. Haha. The other one that they sent back, which was just as pretty. Seriously. It was a fairy in the woods. It was so pretty. It had white birches as well, I believe. Okay. Now, let's wrap it. Let's go with the birds. I know it's a cat and a cardinal. And these birds are not cardinals. But it is a bird. And it is Jilson Roberts, so we know it'll be big enough. Or at least as big as I have. for tissue paper. The fact that somebody hand paints these, I hope they're getting paid what they're worth. They also have another collection, which is Anna, just the girl's name, A-N-N-A, which are not their master painters. I don't know what they call their classifications of painters, but like their apprentice painters, let's call them. And those bags are stunning too. To even think these people are apprentices and not master painters. I would need to be like the janitor, maybe. And everybody else in the whole company has quit. And they need a bag painted of solid color. That could be me. I love painting. I love painting. I love creating in so many facets, but painting especially, I've really gotten into painting. And I did oil. I love oil painting, acrylic, watercolor. There's so many different forms of painting, but I took up oil, and I love oil painting because it doesn't dry and you can blend beautifully. And I went to somebody's house about a week ago because I applied for a volunteer position in our community. That's how good I was feeling that day. And if we didn't, throw a third card in there, find somebody to do this volunteer position, we would have needed to hire from the outside, and it probably would have upped our HOA quite a bit. And our HOA is very low here. Very. I don't even want to say how low it is because it's that low. It's almost embarrassing for everybody else who lives in. So anyway, when people say like, oh, HOA, you can't do this, you can't do that. Yes. And honestly, the lack of diversity in this area as a whole, not thrilling. But so anyway, we would have had to pay somebody about $9,000, which would have raised everybody's HOA quite a bit because we only have like 200 houses here. So they asked people to step up and volunteer, and I was the only one. So I went over to this person's house who's like the interim, whatever the position is. I'm not going to say yet because I didn't officially get it until January 7th when it's announced, because I'm the only person. And I helped with the yard sale. I helped decorate Christmas trees. I've been helping more and more where I can and I have time. So I can't imagine anybody like really is like, oh no, boo Mellissa, like eBay. I think that most people will be thrilled to not have to pay extra money to hire somebody from the outside world to do this. So I should get that job, but the intern person doing it, I walked in her house, and her house is gorgeous. It was completely redone. It's from the 80s, but she had her house completely renovated. Oh, I have plenty of room here for bubble wrap. I don't know why I was thinking this box might be too small. And I walk in and I love when people have pictures, especially from like decades ago, and then modern pictures mixed in, a gallery wall of like all of their family. To me, that's rich. Like I know that's not like rich, wealthy, money rich, but if you have stayed in the same house for most of your life and you're still able to afford to live there, and you've been able to afford pictures, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even sometimes going back to the 1800s, because photography was expensive and rarely was it done for a normal family on a regular basis. But these were like gorgeous, like everybody wearing the same style, and just the kids added and spouses added, and she had a whole wall. I was like, oh my goodness, I love this so much. And she's been living here for 35 years and her husband passed away. Long story short, they weren't photographs. She had painted them. They were like photorealistic. I don't even know where to look. I'm trying to look you in the eye. They were photorealistic paintings based on actual photos that were taken. And I'm like, And then the whole thing, like all of the art in her house, she's painted. And I'm thinking, like, this needs to be in a museum, first of all, because holy heck. So then, like, when she realized I wasn't just like, oh, how cool, I was like, show me everything you've ever created. And I'm never showing you anything I've created. She was showing me something she was commissioned by, whose pets had passed away. Sorry, it's so loud. And there was a rainbow bridge and all of the pets, and like 2 of the pets looked identical to the photo she showed me. And then she showed me the other 2 pets, and she's like, I'm putting down like base layers with these, so you could see like the progression. Wow. Okay. I think I like that a whole lot. I would like it if there was something on top. Oh, a card from, also one of my best friends from the Netherlands came down, and we got together twice. She lives on the island. She has a house there as well as in the Netherlands. But she calls me sister, which is so sweet. I love her so much. She'll be down in April. She usually comes down in April, May, and December. Okay, yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it. We are going to tape it to the high heavens. I think a lot of people wait to December to get in their medical appointments. Like, they realize that their deductible, including me, will run out. Like, if you've used your deductible, you need to immediately be seen by everybody. So all of my regular doctors who see me regularly are like, we need to move you back until January. And I'm like, that's not a problem for me. But even my dentist, like, it's been so hard to get in to see the dentist because she said everybody's been waiting for the last month of their health care. I'm just going to need all of my teeth pulled because I have anxiety and because I hate brushes, so I use a silicone brush, and they're always like, you should get a this and this brush. I'm like, yeah, there's 0% chance of that happening. Sorry, dentist, I really lied. This is the brush I use. It's a silicone brush meant for like babies, I'm sure. Okay, routine 3 and 4. Oh, and she paid $151, possibly minus 20%. I'm not exactly sure. So 4 pounds, and this should have, I was gonna say dimensions, but where did I just put my tape measure? I guess 18. Here at 16 by 12 by 4. So let's put 17 by, what did I just say? 16 by, I already forgot the other measurement, 12 by 4. Just because that 16 was a hair over. So she paid $13.78 for shipping because, again, I did calculated shipping. And Katie is in Virginia. Oh, I think I know that town in Virginia. I don't think it's a big town either. We used to drive through Virginia quite a bit. West Virginia and Virginia are so pretty. I mean, every state is just gorgeous. Yeah, it has less than 9,000 people. I just remember seeing the sign. And it's $9.73 is my, oh, and do I want to cover this with insurance? Yes, I do. $3.17. Also, it says, don't remind me of this option again for a week. Are people mad if eBay is showing them that, like, you might want to buy more insurance? Like, so mad they needed to add that button. So my cost is $12.90 with the shipping insurance. That's so funny. I don't want to see this extra pop-up window. I get it. There's a lot of things I don't want to see for at least a week. But for eBay to go into the code, their engineers to go back into the code and rewrite the code so that box pops up is just funny to me. And yet I still got a letter. Thank you, Katie. I hope you love your purse. And I'm sure you are not one of those people that write nasty letters, which was the bra person, and send back things after they use them rolled up. Next are 2 of the heavy-duty canvas totes. I have 80 of these. I think I'm down to about 70 now, so I'll show them to you because they are really nice. You might want one, is what I'm saying. What I should do, since I have so many of these, and they're bigger than the LL Bean canvas totes. They are, I'm sure I have the measurements somewhere, and they zip, which is really nice. And they have the pocket. They're really, really well made. When I have my sale, I might include these, and then these, you would pay for shipping for this and only pay like $1 extra, because these are about $15. So like if you were I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Don't quote me on any of that. Okay. So Timothy purchased 2 for $28.78. And then for shipping, I think I set up volume shipping here. So he paid $9.99 for shipping, which I think is correct. Let me check. Six have already sold here, but then I sold a few more. So $9.99 is if you buy one. I might have even made the second one free. I just want to make sure he didn't pay more than he needed to, which I don't think he did. I think my bags will. I have bigger than this, so if they don't fit in here, which they might, I'll get a bigger bag. I think I did a couple of them, maybe even 3 of them for $9.99 shipping. This will fit. And then I think I charged like $1 extra maybe if you got a bunch of them. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've set this up. But I'm glad they purchased 2 because these are great bags. They're large and like super sturdy. Great. Let's do the fun confetti. These are headed to Texas. Whoa, that fits, but just barely. When I say just barely, I mean really just barely. We'll see if the other side covers. I feel like this was probably the bigger side. Using a little bit more tape than I normally use on the sides of these. Okay, we're good there. This will just work. We're good. We will use the yellow raffia. It is almost 11 o'clock at night. And today I did lay down, hey, don't break on me, Rafia, for a few minutes and probably napped for about 5 minutes. I was bummed because I was watching Good Mythical Morning, which sometimes I fall asleep to. I'm sure a lot of people do. It's a very comforting, sometimes non-problematic show. And then the show went off and it woke me up that the show wasn't on. I usually don't fall asleep to them unless I have like a playlist. Okay, we are going to need a big bag. Thankfully we have big bags. Would the pink one work? I think that one's gonna work. Let's try. Perfect. I want to put a tape on this too. I'm going to guess 2 pounds. Ooh, almost 3 pounds. Okay, 3 pounds. And this is the first time somebody has bought more than one of these. They usually just sell one at a time. So I wanted to check my shipping and I'm still good. It's $8.66 and it's going to Texas, so it isn't going right down the street. So we are good. Print label. We might do 1 or 2 more and then continue this video tomorrow, because I would very much like to spend some time with my husband. I miss him a lot when he's not here. He's just back there, but you know what I mean. Oh, Misty! I didn't even realize this was you. Oh, my sweet girl. I don't know if this is a gift, so I won't say anything past that. But thank you. Now I'm gonna have to save you for tomorrow, though. First of all, I should do a USPS pickup, because I'm going to want to send you a few extra things. Where should we pick up your package? Dashlane also saves like your birthday, and I don't think it saves Social Security unless you like check that, and your addresses. So nice. So you don't have to fill out forms like this. The only thing I had to do was do the Florida drop down. We do not have a dog, and we will be on the front porch in regular mail. The last day of December, we'll probably have about 20 packages, hopefully. And they probably will weigh 30 pounds. And then I have a new, does this contain hazardous materials? And it says these hazmat packages comply with packaging. And that's if you have perfume or lithium batteries or aerosol cans or explosives. It literally says explosives. So like I can check that my packages comply with the requirements for explosives. But I don't have any explosives. And I'm good to go as per the requirements in publication 52. Does everybody have that now? My mom said she didn't have that, but I have to check. These packages do not contain dangerous goods such as what I just read. So now I can schedule a pickup. Oh, how fun. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's do some, I was trying to decide if I wanted to do that tonight or not, but I think I want more time with Misty's package. Also, I need my boxes. Here they are. Okay, So we will do the next item, which is headed to Lucy. Lucy, I love the spelling of your first name. Lucie. Oh, you don't go in there, which is a really pretty rhinestone ring. I think I've showed this before. I don't know why I would have shown it before, but here it is again. That's going to go in a tiny little ring box. I don't even think I need, that is not going anywhere. So we got a little bit of bubble wrap. I was going to put bubble wrap on top, but literally that's solid. That's too small. I apologize for the angle of my camera. I didn't feel like setting up my real camera, and because I haven't shipped since my mom and Roger were here and we use this room, and my tripod is literally in my bay window, so you can't close the curtains with the tripod. Like right now, anybody walking past is just going to see me, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with. I'm a human sitting here in my house. Let's go. I haven't opened this blue. It almost looks like a denim blue, and it has butterflies. It's quite pretty. I think it goes that way. But I had taken everything down, so I just set it back up yesterday. But then I didn't film yesterday because of how crazy yesterday was. So I'm filming today, so I had to take it back down to close the curtains, do all of the things. That was way too big of a piece. This is not as good as Jolson Roberts, but still usable. So where was I going with all of that? So I'm using my phone. Sometimes I use my actual camera, which is probably the best filming device I have. And then earlier today, I flipped around my phone, which again was probably better than the quality now, and then realized I couldn't see my screen. So I just kept hoping that my screen was still recording, and thankfully it was. Look how pretty the yellow is with the blue. I love that. This is a very tiny, and this is yellow and blue. Tiny box. And we will put it in the yellow smiley face for Lucy in Illinois. So now you are on my camera, my phone, but flipped so I could see myself. So it's like a selfie. So the quality probably isn't as good, but also it is very dark here. So I figured as long as you can see me, we're all good. See me and hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. $4.46, and she paid, I'm gonna guess she paid about $5 for the ring, because her total cost was almost $10. And print. And maybe tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling and what all we have going on. Tomorrow we should have the mostly free day except for eBay and some vacuuming and cleaning, which Bear does, thankfully. And we have a robot vacuum, but not the best robot vacuum, so we still wind up using our regular vacuum. Stickers. Tomorrow I should have a lot of time. Every day I should have a lot of time. We all have the same time. Thank you, Lucy. Let's do Barbara. I just want to make sure she didn't buy anything else, which is another Oh, this is pretty too. They're all pretty. This is a Zara necklace. I think I got this in a thread up box. It's like a tennis bracelet necklace. It is really pretty. And it sold for $20, maybe minus 20%. I don't know. I'll give it one of these like cotton candy colored boxes that you probably can't see. Or maybe we won't. This isn't as flexible. Haha! We're definitely going to need a little bit of bubble wrap in that. She's going to open it and think there's nothing in here. It's in there. Just take out the black foam. And who is this headed to? Barbara. I think I already said that. Barbara, I think I recognized your name. I need stickers. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will set up my new Temu thermal printer. I would very much like to do that. I like the blue and the yellow, so I'm going to go for blue and yellow yet again. This is another big piece, so the quality gets better with every fold. It gets thicker. I do have little yellow labels, stickers, but they're in a drawer all the way over there. So she'll get gold. Gold seal of approval here. If you watched my mom and Roger shop here in Bradenton while they were down, that might have been last week, to be honest. I honestly, no idea. A few people commented and was like, why didn't you buy that for Mellissa and have Mellissa sell it and blah, blah, blah. Mellissa does not like shipping huge breakable items. Mellissa likes shipping things like this. I would have if Roger had asked me. I really would have. I adore Roger. Everybody should adore Roger. He is so nice. And a few people have watched the video and said, like, Roger took a photo with me. I think Roger would always take a photo with anybody. So if you have been seeing my mom and Roger in stores and feel like, oh, too embarrassed or too anxious, you have my permission. Tell them their daughter, Mellissa, said it was okay. Seriously. Anybody that has ever taken a photo with me, I feel awful for myself because usually I'm thrifting and sweaty, but I love when people come up to me. So it's very sweet. And we're not Taylor Swift, who also seems very sweet. We're not getting photos taken, you know, around the clock every time we leave our house or in front of our bay windows. Print. Print. And Barb, did I say where you lived, Barb? Not your exact address. Never do that. Not even for the 2 people I've sold. She is in Kansas, who were well-known people. And a third, that was a Ralph Lauren store in New York City for their in-house museum or some kind of New York Ralph Lauren museum. They picked up a pair of like 80s shorts for $40-something. They bought them for me a gazillion years ago. Seriously, probably like 10 to 20 years ago. Thank you, Barb. Should we do one more? I really, really, really want to do Misty's, but we won't. We will do Allison. Hi, Allison. I think you know me. You spelt my name correctly, so you also have 2 L's. Most Allisons do. And you picked up a Kate Spade bangle, and it has like enameled gemstones. And inside it says On the Rocks and then the Kate Spade, and it is magnetic and hinges. It's very nice. Will you fit in this box? I think you will, but again, we're going to have that problem of the foam. I think I like the foam on top. So, Allison, if you're watching this, before you get this, I'm trying to determine how fast I can film another 30 to 40 items, because more will most likely sell, thankfully. And let's give her the purple Jilson Roberts. So this piece is rather big. Film all of this, ship all of this, and then I just saw another fun item, and then edit this entire video, which will probably be several hours. This will probably be the longest video in a while. In theory, I could break it up into 2 videos and just pretend these items didn't all sell basically at the same time, but we're not going to do that to you. Sometimes people like longer videos, and I am one of those people. And you can always pause. So this will be over a couple days because it is past 11 now. And I still am wearing makeup. I am so proud of me. Rarely do I wear makeup, and rarely does it stay on for any amount of time. Where are my masks? We'll give you one of these masks and a bow, my favorite one from Happy Pack. Look how pretty those are. And since you said you knew me, we will be sending you a surprise item that I'm going to package really well. Do I have, you know what I do have? When Bear and I moved into this house a year and a half ago, the entire house was full, including some FedEx supplies. Don't think I stole these. They came with the house. So me, being me, I tried to drop them back off at FedEx, which FedEx is like 20 minutes away, but we happened to be going that. It was like, oh, it was so crazy when we moved in because we rented for a month and our house fell through, and then the house we were supposed to buy fell through, and this was like our second option. Anyway, that's a long story that you've probably heard. So we had to rent for a month. So all of our stuff that we were keeping, most of which we sold, the furniture mostly got sold, but the beds and our personal items we were keeping, we couldn't keep in the rental because it was small. So we got a small storage unit and then a larger storage unit. So when we moved into this house, they had like 3 coffee pots, probably over 100 plates, like pieces of china that we didn't want. There was already so much here. And a lot of what was here, there was a lot of shipping supplies that FedEx, I brought them. There was only like 8 FedEx shipping supplies. So first I was like, I'm just gonna use these. And then I was like, I don't want somebody to think I stole shipping supplies to not. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll ship with FedEx one day. I don't ship with FedEx. I already forgot how much that weighs. So I've slowly been using them because FedEx did not want them back. They said they were older stock. That wasn't their exact words. I don't remember their exact words. Something like they were an older style stock and they already had like 4 quadrillion. So I kept them. I'm using them. I'm not throwing them out. So the item in that, please know, I did not steal from FedEx. The item in that is specially for you. If you don't know what it is, feel free to message me. She paid $25.59, but I'm guessing minus 20%. and paid $5.99 shipping. And she is, did I already say where she is? Texas. Allison, you're in Texas. My cost is $4.43, but I think that will keep it safe. I pulled these because I found more of them in the house. Hey, where did you go? Allison's label. Did you go up here? Did you go under out? Nope, you didn't go up there. Print label. There we go. So because I found more in the house, I was going to pull the listing because I have some of these listed and relist the higher quantity. But I like you instead. I liked everybody else. I just looked at them to be fair and realized I didn't have a sheet mask here, like one of the heated sheet masks. So I'm sorry about that, but you get one of these instead. I hope you enjoy it. Sticker. Okay, thank you, Allison. Let's see how many items I've left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This just sold 21, so did these three. 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. Now, how many actually need sent by tomorrow? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. And they're all fairly easy items, so we will leave those till tomorrow. And I think for tonight we're just going to leave this window open. We are not in this room at night, so and just turn off all the lights and call it a night. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy New Year's Day. I took yesterday off. I did print some labels, which you didn't see. I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling great, and Bear and I just wanted to snuggle up in his room and watch some TV, some Home Alone, some Elf. There were other things, some Good Mythical More, just a whole bunch of conglomeration of happiness and things that bring us joy. And then we went for a walk, well, for like a 2-mile walk. And then I called it quits after our shower, and I was like, that's the end of that day. And we did not make it until midnight. So today we watched the ball drop on YouTube, which, yay. I, though, today installed a new printer from Temu. It cost me somewhere around $45. As you know, thermal printers are rather expensive, and this one comes with, I don't know, maybe like 25 labels or so, but it was really easy to install, and I'm very excited about it. But before I give my full review and do any kind of mention of this, we'll see how it goes today. We'll see. So we have a watermelon Rivioli. Rivioli. It's a brooch. Here it is. And I bought this from a Facebook Marketplace lot a long time ago. And then I put it on, and eBay somehow deleted 200 listings. It is gorgeous. Let's see, let's put a box for it. So today is the very first day of 2025, and I've been watching a lot of people not necessarily make resolutions, but talk to their future self. And I was really enjoying it as somebody who usually doesn't think too far in the future. I'm just going to be honest. Whether Bear's not feeling well or I'm not feeling well, or you know, I have 40 items to print, my mind isn't always looking at like, oh, where do I want to be in 10 years? I just want to sometimes get through the day, and I'm sure we're all there at one point or another. And it does feel like I can at least say, okay, what do I want to do next year? Like, we're making plans to do things next year. And I never thought I would get to say that because of all of the pain and everything that has happened. But after the hysterectomy, I feel so much better. And it's not that I don't go without pain at all or every day. It's just, anyway, so for at the end of 2025, if I look back at this video, I would have loved to have continued to take courses. I would love to do it in person at the library right next door. But if not, I would like to continue to learn American Sign Language. I was taught in junior high school, probably junior high, just some very basic signs. And I tell Bear all the time, I like practically beg him. I'm like, can we please learn it together? Because it'd be so much more fun for me, but better if we could both learn the language. Plus, there's so many, like, real life from day to day. There's not very many people in our community that I know about that read lips or cannot hear. But even if he's chewing and needs to tell me information, or if we're like across the room from each other, or like, there's just so many practical reasons to have it in your life. And sure, I know with ChatGPT and all the AI that eventually we can all just like look at our phones and just talk to each other, or wear goggles and talk to each other. I know that's going to happen, but I would really, really love. So I'm putting that out there in the universe, because that is not an expensive thing. It is probably a free thing, and it is something that I would very much love to do. I would also like to have created 3 pieces of original art, 1 in acrylic and 2 in oil, one of which I have the canvas for. So one will probably be small, but the big one is about a 4x6 or a 4x5. I would love to paint what I see in my head, and I don't see things in my head, but I feel things in my head. It's not like an image where I could just play a movie. I can't do that. But I have general thoughts and ideas in my head, and it's kind of like a flow chart. Anyway, I would very much like to give myself the ability to, you are the same, to continue to paint and to learn. And that has to happen on the coldest of days here, because the lanai, I could probably paint right back here. I mean, seriously, or a smaller piece I could just put on a table. But the bigger piece is going to need to be where I can walk completely around it, and oil doesn't dry very much, so I'll have days and weeks to play around with it, and that should be in the lanai in my brain. So and the lanai gets up to 120 to 125 degrees in the summer, which is why we do not use the lanai then. Okay. I'm going to give, this is Ursula. Hi, Ursula. And she paid $26.39. Let's get some of these. Ursula, you are getting a steam mask. This is too big for you. We need a tinier, we need a tinier bag. Here they are. Because I didn't do this yesterday on camera. I did sneak in Misty's and snuck in 3 or 4 others. But not everything is in the same space. So, this is headed to, Ursula is in Arizona, and I recognize you. I think we had a rather nice chat. Do I have to choose the print format? Let's try that since I've changed printers again. And let's see, I'm going to say this is like 3 ounces. 2 ounces. Nope, not 4. 2 ounces. Oh. My number lock must be numbering. What in the world is happening here? There we are. 2 ounces. 12 by 8 by 3. Doesn't matter. My cost is $4.58. Bear played today. It was his last time of wearing, he's got 2 Christmas shirts, but one of the Christmas shirts is this really dark blue with like white swirl print background, and then it has a Santa on a sleigh. But the way they made the print, and we did get him a bigger size because again, when he was drumming at the time a lot and stuff, you really need a lot of movement. You can't be like this. So we got him like a 4X because it was another country size. So we were like, okay, 4X it is. So it came out very big. So Santa is like, the sleigh starts here. You can kind of see the sleigh. And then Santa is like, anytime he does this, Santa disappears. So he's worn that one for years. And it's just this last couple of years, I'm like, we need to get you a different one. He's like, I love this one. It fits me well, which means there's no way in heck this fits him. He just appreciates how big it is, and I get it. Same way. If it's cotton and it's oversized, I'm usually good. Okay, let's see. I will learn how to do my new printer faster. I love it already. So we ordered, or found at Goodwill? I can't remember. I'm guessing we've had to order it. We would have ordered it on eBay though. Like a Santa, a small print. So there's a lot of Santas, not just one Santa under the armpit. And it has like Santa on the beach with swimming trunks and like a little glass of something tropical. And he gets a lot of compliments on that one. So that'll be the last time. Today will be the last time he wears that until next December, which is crazy. Do you have any things that you would like to do? Not like as resolutions, like every day I should go work out. Not that kind of thing. Free yourself from that. I would like to, well, I can't give out too much news here. You might already know the news, but it's not officially been announced. I would like to go up north and see one of our best friend, Dar, who lives with her mom. Her mom had a stroke and is bedridden most of the time and needs around the clock care. And Bear went up there in June and was with them for a while. He didn't stay there. And I would very much like to do that just to give her, Bear can clean the house or get things down. You know, she needs certain things. She should have had knee surgery. She knows that. There was just no way to do it in the position she was in. She was working full time as a neonatal nurse. She was taking care of her dad, who has now passed. Now she's taking care of her mom. She's running 2 households. She is bone on bone with her knee at this point. So anything we can do to go up there and help them we would very much like to do. This will most likely have to be a February or March thing, just because of how cold it is. Oh, I already wrapped you. Bear and I went to a library sale accidentally. We walked in and it was fill a bag for $5 and we were like, score? And then I was like telling him what books to look for, and we only had an hour and it was the last day of the sale and we were like, oh no. But these were catalogs called Creative Keepsakes magazines. That's what they were. From 2004 through 2008. So I already wrapped them up. They are in a cardboard box. They're in a FabFitFun box. They're very heavy. Okay, 15 pounds. So, and can we send, I have to check if I can send them media mail. I can't imagine this being an oversized package, but just in case. 11 by 9 by 5. I don't want you. 11 by 11 tab by 9 by 5. Okay. So she paid $9.99. My cost without media mail is $11.21. But can I ship magazines media mail? Okay. Books, videotapes, DVDs, CDs. I know somebody's out there going, no, you can't do that, or yes, you can do that. I can't hear you, I'm sorry. It seems simple enough until you dig a little deeper and discover things that, like blank cassettes, comic books, and magazines with ads do not qualify. Whoa, well, I would say that these did not have ads in them, because they were keepsakes, like scrapbook magazines. So now I'm going to have to look. I looked through a bunch of these just for fun. Seriously, I love crafting. Creating keepsakes. I am off. Creating Keepsakes magazine. Let's pick one from 2005. And now I guess I need to go on eBay and hopefully somebody has okay, yeah, here's some magazines. Let's see if people flip through them. They do, and they don't seem to have any ads. Huh, I wonder. I think I might, well, let's see what the media, if it even gives it to me. 4,000. Okay, so it says that items in this category are not even eligible. I was going to even see what the difference is. Okay, so here's media mail. Books, at least 8 pages. Printed music. It doesn't say anything about, but if you can't do it, can't do it. Okay. I would have loved to tell you, oh, well, it would have been $7, but not a big deal. $11.21 is my cost. And that is for ground service. So they paid $9.99. And these are headed to Jenny in Washington. Okay, Jenny from Washington. I'm just going to hit the print button and hit it again. Nope. We tried though, didn't we, Jenny? Okay, so now I need to hit the print button, make sure I'm on the right printer, which I was, then hit properties, then hit that, and we should be good. Yes. Ah, so lovely. Oh, and she did get some freebies. What were they even? Some cards and a sheet mask or something on top. Thank you so much, Jenny. I hope you love them. They are so heavy. Okay, next up. So sometime maybe in March, we could drive up or fly. We would probably fly into Pittsburgh Airport and rent a car. And what am I doing next? And then stay at an Airbnb, again, just to not put any stress on our friend. And then for maybe, we'll see, maybe 5 days, 7 days, just stay up there and just have her tell us what needs done. Whether she can't tell us, because sometimes people in that position, you know, if you ask, I'm sure you've heard this as well, like what needs done, the person might be too overwhelmed to tell you. Then I just tell Bear, just go in the refrigerator and take everything out, make sure everything is in date, wipe the counters, wipe the outside of the fridge, do those kinds of things, because those things are easy. And then maybe, you know, if she sees us for a day or two, maybe I can sit with her mom, and her and Dar, my husband and Dar can go out to eat, which they both love to do. I think I'm going to use this Christmas ribbon with this, which seems crazy. Okay, that has to go that way. Because this is very much like a spring flowers. But there's red kind of up there, and definitely green. So we are hoping to take a trip up there. And then my sister isn't that far from that far. It's like 8 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. But still, that's still much closer than when we drove 25 hours this past year to see her. Where did I put all of my... Ah, I found you. Holly mailers. So I'd like to do that. I would usually say I would like to read, but recently with me healing and then just being able to walk and go over and get books anytime I want at our library right here in the community, which has, I don't know, it's got to be 10,000 books. There's a ton of books. And then the library right next door, which is a public library. I tend to read too much if I have books in the house. Like, I will just ignore almost everything else and read. So I am not going to put that on that list because nothing else will get accomplished. And I need other things to get accomplished. Okay. So Shireen, hi Shireen. You were from California. You have a soft surroundings open duster top. It is so pretty. $23.99 and for shipping $9.99. My cost is $6.66, so I will refund you a bit back. I thought my mom might like this. I don't know, honestly, that I even asked her. So, Mom, if you're seeing this, sorry. Okay, properties. There's got to be a way to like lock this in forever, so I don't have to. No complaints. It's working. Which means I should be able to resell the other Dymo printers if this one continues to work. Don't worry, they won't be up for sale like tomorrow. just in case something happens with this one. But this is working really well. Okay, back to orders. I'm going to go to the shipping labels since Shireen paid too much. And how do we do this? I can't do it from there. I'm going to go to orders, and instead of doing awaiting shipment, we will go with all orders and go down to hers. Keep going, keep going. Here we go. And then click on the down caret arrow and send refund. And we are going to refund her $2. And why? Shipping discount. Refund now. Bear shampooed all of our carpets and cleaned all of the floors yesterday, which was a win. And I took down some of the Christmas decorations, all of the snowflakes and some of the outdoor Christmas decorations. I figured we'd leave them up at least, I know some people leave them up for a good chunk of January here. There's really no date in our community that anybody is like, okay, they're done. But I know a lot of people leave them up to the 5th. We'll just see how I do tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, my hysterectomy surgery doctor, but I'm sure it'll be her PA as she gets pulled into surgery for traumatic cases. I am not a traumatic case anymore. And that might be the last time I see them unless I need them, which is wonderful. Okay. Next up, we have lots of little things. Little things, little things. Let's work on some of those. I think the next little thing, though, we will work on for Barbara. Hi, Barbara. I recognize you. Is this Anushka? It is a double-sided painted black leopard wallet. It's pretty big. You couldn't probably put most phones in it, but you could put cards and lip glosses type of things. And then we'll move into the jewelry. Some of the stuff needs to go out by tomorrow, which will be, oh, none of the stuff needs to go out. Hold on. Does any of this need to go out? Oh yeah. Never mind. Lots of this stuff needs to go out by tomorrow. How many of these things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of these things need to be in the post tomorrow. Which is not a big deal, it just means by 5 o'clock. So we have plenty of time, don't you worry. Maybe a little bit for me. Oh, and it's not the same leopards and cats, but we do have cats. So we will use that. And I'm going to save some of these smaller sheets for the jewelry. I think this will be perfect. Tape. I'm looking forward to in the new year. Hopefully more laughter, more joy. I know there's a lot happening in the world, I'm sure as you do too, that we don't agree with. And it makes living I don't know that any of us are living normal lives, but there are some of us that are leading harder lives than others. And I think about that all of the time. I have electricity right now. I have clothing. I have extras, obviously. So blessed. Okay, let's see what we got. Beyond grateful, which is very appropriate. We will do my challenges, help me grow, and kindness is free, and a thank you. And then a sheet mask, the ones that steam up. The ones I used to love so much until my body stopped being able to regulate the temperature. And I do not need help warming myself up anymore. Okay, let's see. We will pick the next one, which just happens to be an autumn one. It doesn't matter to anybody past me, I'm sure. But I was just picking the next one in the pile, and that was the next one. I'm going to say this is 4 pounds, 4 ounces. No, definitely not 4 pounds. 4 ounces. 3.2. So get label. I might have one more of those. 4. And if possible, no facial care items. Oh, you once said that you could request this. If you have anything for hand or foot, that would be okay. My hands get really dry in this cold weather. Thanks so much. Okay, so thank you so much for leaving me that note. See how well that worked? I don't have any hand cream or now I'm thinking, I don't think I have any samples, but what I can do is I do have other things. I have pens, which she has no fragrance to her, and she's adorable. So we will do that. And this does match a little better. Thank you so much, Barbara, for, oh, is everybody dry? My husband too. Our arms, our legs, our feet, like even, everything feels so dry. The other day he has, I forget what it's called. It starts with an E. I'm a bad wife right now. It's like dry skin that gets really, really itchy and a mess. That's what we'll go with. And he gets it maybe once a year. And he had it the other day, and I called urgent care because we didn't have the steroid cream for him. And they said, yeah, come on and buy, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we are good. Thank you so much, Barbara. And she's like, oh, yeah, this is really bad. I said, yeah, it started yesterday. She's like, yesterday? I'm like, Bear's like, we didn't have to go there. It's already getting better. That's what he told me yesterday. It's already getting better. I'm like, that's because you've been putting steroids on it for 3 times a day. Because it usually does not get better that fast. Usually it takes possibly a week or 2 weeks, not just a day or 2. I'm thrilled we were able to go. Gosh, what is that? I know Kim Kardashian has it. How does that stick in my brain? It's not epilepsy. It is a derma? No. Skin conditions start. Eczema. It's eczema. That's what it is. But it was she said it was probably from what he came in contact with, which we didn't use anything new. I might have already told you this story. So sorry. It's been a long few days. And let's just go in order, I guess. We'll go for the bag next. I have a ridiculous number of these, and I will put them up on the screen. I have orange, which is like a peachy coral orange. I have, this one is black with gray. I have pinks and purples and reds, and might even have navy blue. I don't know if I have navy blue left, but these are awesome bags, and they retail for $30. My cost, I'm selling them right now for $7.99 plus shipping, so I realize that does bring that up. But if you're interested, they're like a canvas crossbody with tons of pockets. Great everyday bag or on-the-go bag. I should have used this for the Anushka leopard. This is very leopardy here. You know what show Bear and I were watching last night? I'm not going to remember the name of it. I think it was a Amazon Prime show. It was. Basically, it was Shark Tank, where somebody comes out and pitches in front of 3 head honcho people that have made it in their own world. I'm throwing that because I didn't really know them. I've heard of one of them, but anyway. But then they have probably actors and actresses, let's just be honest, but what looked like 100 real people in the audience with yes or no's. So they did their little 90-second spiel, like, oh, I came up with these scissors after my sister's blah, 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 and there was a big story. And then, like, then everybody votes, like, would you buy them, would you not? And most people would say yes, because they were really good products, one of which saved people's lives. So how could you say no to that? I think we were going to go with this red, thick rosette ribbon. I was hoping to use this over the holidays. And I even sent my sister some holiday ribbon. But I didn't want to put ribbon outside for fear it would rain and then bleed on things. So I just had that left over. It was a pretty good show. It was like Shark Tank, but with a little less negativity. If you think, Bear thinks it has a little bit of negativity, and I can see that. Okay, I am strong, I am confident, I am peaceful. I am peaceful. One of those and that. We are going to need a bigger mailer. Are you a bigger mailer? Are you a bigger mailer? You look like a bigger mailer. I think you are. Fits perfectly. And no update from eBay because I didn't allow myself to call while I was upset with them. I always take emotions out of the thing. And then today was a holiday. So when I call tomorrow, I am perfectly level-headed, and we shall see if we can get something done with those bras. If not, not the end of the world. 13 ounces. And the dimensions are still 12 by 12 by caps lock is off. I don't care if caps lock is off. 12 by 12 by 3. They paid $6.99 for shipping, and my cost is $6.66. Hey, Barry Dean. Hey, Barry Dean. Do you want to walk tonight? Yeah? Okay. Maybe in like 5 or 10 minutes? Okay. Print. I thought he was just right there. He's not. It's gonna get cold tonight. I'm so excited about the possibility of leaving my window open and seeing if that makes a difference. That way I will not have to wake up and change clothes and then wake up for the day and have clothes just everywhere. That would be lovely. Thank you, Cecilia in California. Okay, I'm going to pause and I will come back after our walk. My hair probably won't look this neat, although to be fair, I have lots of pins holding it in place. We are back from our walk. We did about 2 miles and I feel good. And next up, we have a lot. Let's see what I find first, and then I'll tell you. Both are lots. Okay, yes. We have a lot of 200 cards, and these are the cards I make up, and then I'm going to include some extras for her. And these are headed to Christina. So there is the stack of all of the different cards. It's going to be a little hard to tell, but it's 200. I think I have these bags for jewelry. I was wondering how many cards we could get in each one of those bags, because it might only be about 3 bags or so. And that way, might be 4 bags. We'll see. Could have also just bubble wrapped around each one of them. Never know. Doesn't matter. So these cost $22.38 plus shipping. I forgot I had these in my sale. And when she bought the 2 lots, I pulled the rest of them down. So I'm glad somebody was able to get them. Didn't mean for these to be in the sale though. Just because once I create them and then pay for them and then pay eBay fees, I won't make any money on them if they're on sale. Okay, so there we go. And let's use for you. I don't think so. Let's go with this kind of orange pink paper. Doesn't say the print. Imagine that. But it is kind of like an orangey pink watercolor paper. And Christina, now she ordered 2 of these, but it does say that shipping was $4.99, and it looks like she paid $4.99. I might have to figure that out a little bit more. I rarely have multiple items since I buy most of my items used, so rarely does, you know, this exact piece of vintage jewelry from Victoria's Secret come up more than, you know, twice. And I have 2 pieces to list in the same size and the same whatever. So I don't know why this would be saying she only paid $4.99 for shipping when there's 2 of them. Let's see. Let's see. I'm guessing it's my fault. You sold some items. Thanks. View purchase history. Okay, so somebody, D, last week picked up 1. Just want to see the order. View order details for the second one. It does look like she only paid $4.99. I don't know. I'll have to be I'll have to be better about that. Interesting. Now it's not the time to learn how to do that though. Now is the time to print all of the things. And I keep thinking tomorrow is the 2nd. I have to check when Bear and I walked yesterday. I'm like, I think I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow on the 3rd. And he's like, tomorrow's the 2nd. I'm like, oh, but then we looked it up and I do have it on the 2nd. And then I was thinking, did I just tell all those people all those items had to be out on the 2nd or the 3rd? And neither one of the things matter. Don't worry, I see the little pin. I'm taking you out. Okay, so there we go. It's like Cherry's Jubilee with a whole bunch of cotton candy on top. And she already has a ton of extra cards, so we will include, we'll put that on the bottom. And she will be getting, oh, this is pretty. The blue thank you bag. Thank you, Christina. You are in Texas. Now I'm guessing this is going to cost way over £1. So let's see. 13 ounces. We are okay there. 12 by 12 by 3. So $6.09 is my cost. Back to orders. Nope, don't go back to orders yet. I forgot to hit print. And print. And now we'll go back to orders. Okay, so I ran out of paper, but those were just like 10, 5, I don't remember, 10 maybe, of their, yeah, looks good. They're like labels that they gave me. Now let's see if I can remember where I put the labels. I was gonna say, the extra labels I ordered. So I think we have to go in this way. Do I go up? I think that's it. I don't remember how I did this last time. Okay, so this came out this way and this way. Okay. Let me just put that under there. Oh, great. Yes, we're good. Throw that one out. Back to orders. So do all these actually have to go out tomorrow? Yeah, they do. Not all of them, but a good many do. Now we have some earrings. These are all sterling silver hoops. They're 2 pairs of them. There's like a smoother pair and then like a loopy pair. And I'm going to put you on pause and go shine these babies up with some sterling cleaner. Okay, they look shinier in real life. We'll put them in a little box. I have littler boxes, but that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for bubble wrap. those in there nice and protected. And then we can slide the box in. We have a pink box and we have a pink piece of paper right here. We're going to go with some blue raffia. Looks very nice with the colorful caps and hats and confetti. And these are headed to Denise. Hi, Denise. I was wondering if I recognized your name, but eBay isn't saying something that you're like a repeat customer or whatever, but that doesn't mean you aren't. You could be. She paid $19.99 plus shipping for the pair of 2 sterling silver. And she's getting the kindness is free. This one is not the one I made. It says love is the whole thing. We are only pieces. Love is the whole thing. We are only pieces. Okay. Well, just because that doesn't mean something to me amazing, doesn't mean somebody else might not like it. We all like different things, and we are allowed to do that. Now we got to the blue sky cloud bag. 2 ounces. And dimensions, we will leave it 10 by 10 by 2. So they paid $4.99 to ship, and my shipping cost is $4.58. Earlier today, I was going through, we have a big annual yard sale coming up, and we have about 40 or 50 people that volunteer and know what they were doing. So last year, they asked me to help, and I had just broken my foot. But I helped anyway, and I took pieces of jewelry and things that I thought I could sell and get a decent profit. And I gave them the check, and everybody was thrilled. So, not everybody's thrilled. People were happy. It's not. Anyway, so they asked me to do it again this year, and it starts. So we have an HOA meeting on the 7th, and then we start the 8th, 9th, 10th, and then the yard sale's the 11th. So next week, I am going to be, I don't want to say busier, it's just busy for me. If I have like 1 or 2 things a day, that's sometimes a lot for somebody whose health has been so awful for so many years and who just needs to play catch up a little bit. So we'll see. Okay, next up, I will show you the picture. It is a solid black corseted smocked top, smocked waist. Whoa, I have all of the things. Solid black top, corset smocked waist, off shoulder, long sleeve, peplum goth. Wow, look at me use all those words. So to have, 6 to 10 items in 1 week. But thankfully with the yard sale thing, I can do it, like 2 hours at the beginning or end of the day. And then the day of the yard sale, it will be about 4 hours. But it's really not, it's a lot of fun. The adrenaline I get from it is totally worth it. I'll have a blast. I keep thinking I need to thrift. I need to sell things on eBay. And next week is not that week for that. So hence why we had a sale before the holidays. And into the holidays. So I figured it's going to be mid-January before I'm really going to be able to get anything listed or done past this yard sale. Let's see. We will do, got little rubber bands flying around. Stay close to people who feel like sunshine. One of mine, stop being so hard on yourself. The world is already hard enough. And then one of theirs, I am here for a reason. I like that. Next poly mailer, we're doing the daisies, which kind of matches. It's one of the better matches. Okay, so she paid, Cheryl, hi Cheryl, you paid $13.59 plus shipping. And it is, you paid $5.99 shipping, and I should have said that one first. I think it was 9 ounces. 8.5, so 9 ounces. And not 1 pound. Do 12 by 12 by 3. My cost is $5.01. And she is in Georgia. I just realized you can't really see my desk here. I am so sorry. I am just wrapping, and you can see the top of my head, which I would rather have you see the desk, but once we put the air conditioner in the lanai, I would love to move my desk to the lanai. That is a thought. Just all the light in there would be lovely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, how many more items do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's not bad. Let's do the jewelry first since it's here. This is going to be almost impossible to show on camera. I'm going to put it in a little blue bag. And we will wrap it in a very tiny piece of tissue paper. It is a ring, and it's sold to Reba. Hi, Reba. I think. Yes, you are a subscriber of mine. Thank you so very much. And to my mom's. Ah, thank you. The way eBay did that, I had to make sure like it was attached to this one and not the one up there. That Mackenzie wasn't getting the credit for watching. She might watch too. Okay, so the ring is sterling silver plated in like a golden color with a green, a really pretty green small gemstone in the center. I've been waiting to use some of those little pouches for the smaller pieces of jewelry, because that velvet bag just seems like it would take nice, good care of it, like if you needed to pack it. There's a sturdiness to it that sometimes a box, I feel like if you step on a box, but if you step on this, nope, you're fine. Maybe don't step on it. You know what I mean. Okay, beyond grateful, and thank you. Where are my actual cards now? We'll do the sunshine, and the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. And we will do a steam mask for you. And let's see what you get here. You get a honeybee, one of my very favorites by Happy Pack. They make some of the best poly mailers. the thickest, and the prints are so good. So 2 ounces, and you paid $13.15, give or take. I really, I can't tell if anybody used a coupon or not used a coupon, or everybody did. And then $4.49 is what you paid for shipping. My cost is $437. Thank you again for watching. And I hope this makes it to you today, tomorrow. It should make it to you this week. You're in Arizona, but even still, it's going to go out. It might not. I was going to say it's going to go out Wednesday, but today is Wednesday. This whole thing is throwing me off. All of the holidays. Oh. So if it goes out, it probably won't make it to you till Monday. There's got to be a better ripping system. Somewhere when I was setting it up, it looked like you could cut it. And I was like, oh, I don't know that I need to cut it. Now I'm thinking I should probably cut it. Thank you so much, Reba. Okay, back to the... We have one more piece of jewelry, and it is right here. It is sterling silver. Is it actual Navajo? It just says Mexico on the back. Mexican. It's a bangle with like little flowers embossed in it. Really pretty. We'll use the blue box. And you're gonna need more than that. Ha ha ha! Here you are. I unpackaged mason jars, and instead of, they weren't for me, instead of throwing them out, they're for the community center. And I was like, oh, I will take all of that bubble wrap, that amazing bubble wrap there. So that's what we did. Tape there, and we're going to need a piece of tape there. So now I have, I don't know, maybe 12 to 20 good pieces of bubble wrap for free. Thrilling. Let's go with the gold Wilson Roberts. This will match the blue as well. Well, let's just keep you out, little blue raffia ribbon. I'm hoping at the yard sale, these are the things that I always look like for myself. I mean, for eBay too, but I wouldn't do that at the yard sale. I would pick them up and sell them for them. But for myself, brass, like smaller pieces of brass, nothing over probably 14 inches, because my bookshelves still could use some brass. Any kind of cotton socks. They don't take clothing, but I would pick up brand new for us cotton socks. Any kind of tissue papers, labels, ribbons, any of that I could use, I would absolutely pick up at the yard sale. And they do allow you to pick up, I think, 2 or 4 items the day before. So if you have your eye on something, you don't have to wait until like the day of the sale where everybody comes in off the streets. You are also getting a happy pack, and the quality is really good. Last year Bear wanted the air conditioning unit, which like stands up and has like something to go into the lanai. And we also picked up, we wanted an air mattress, but somebody else wanted it, and it was like the double high one, and we already had one, so we let them take that. That's maybe all he got. He wasn't feeling great last year this time. Neither one of us were. And then I got 2 pieces of brass, and then I got a 3rd piece of brass on the next day. So $31.99 is what this person paid, and they're in Arizona. And they paid $5.99 for shipping. And again, what happened there? I didn't print the label. That's what happened. And my cost was $4.54. Do the cut thing. Wonder now that I've set it up to not cut it, it'll never do it. That's it. It was the one shot I had. Okay, let's see. We have one more item that is smaller. This is Color Street. This was from the dollar yard sale where the lady said everything was $1 online and then everything wasn't $1 online. So but these were $1. These are the Color Street Lip Primer and Tinted Lip Balm. And it was fresh stock. She ordered a ton of stuff, and thankfully she had the box with the shipping label, and we were golden. I didn't even have to look for a date code or anything. It was right there what day they shipped it. So, oh, and these sold for $10.39. Somebody asked me, it was probably about 5 a.m., which is no big deal. It's an email, who cares? But when I woke up and saw it, I was like, huh. So a few questions had come in about this one bag. I have other bags. It's the Mirror back bag. It's like a crossbody sling bag. I've got a bajillion of them. And they wanted to know if a 10-inch iPad would fit in it. And I had already given all of the measurements and all of the stock photos and non-stock photos. So I said, I don't know what a 10-inch, I'm not an Apple person. I don't know what a 10-inch, is 10-inch the diagonal, is 10-inch? I could have Googled this, not doing it. And then they said, what shade of red is this? There were, I don't know, other questions, probably 4 or 5 questions. And a lot of them had come in their own separate question. They must have thought oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. So I wake up, it's, I don't know, 7 o'clock. So I said, what size is the iPad? Look at photos, 5 and 6, 8 and 10, who knows what photos they were, for the sizes, and get back to me with the sizing of your iPad. So then they did get back, no sizes, no, again. Do you think this will give me enough padding? And does it fit? Again, I'm not doing the work for you. I could not. I'm doing fine without your one order. So we wound up, went back and forth. Also, the red, it's like red. It's not orange red. It's not lipstick red. It's not even this, it's just red. I don't know. They just call it red. It's not burgundy. I was just trying to think of a word to call the color. But then person, if you call it burgundy red and then the person wants burgundy and then they don't see it as burgundy, they see it as wine. I did not want to get myself into that muddy mess of calling it a certain color. It's red. Jack says red. It's red. We have, thank you, for Mackenzie in Florida. Oh, this might make it to her by Saturday. So then I did look up, yeah, I thought it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit at all. So sorry to that person whose time was wasted and I'm also sorry for my time being wasted, but if you would have just put in the measurements, we could have just saved us all a lot of going back and forth. Okay, so $10.39 plus $4.99 shipping. My cost for shipping, this is 3 ounces, and I did 10 by 10 by 8 as the dimensions, really doesn't matter, is $4.26. This ribbon is so pretty. Okay, hit print label and print label and print. Now the new thing comes up. Now we go into properties and drop one. And is that where it says cut? Can I cut? Peel off after print, cut every cut. Feed offset, peel off. Peel off? Do we trust the Temu printer to peel off? Okay, I'm gonna put cut every one label. Print. We didn't cut. we definitely did not cut. So that does nothing. So good to know. Still me ripping this off, which is fine. Totally fine. Thank you, Mackenzie. I am going to do a USPS pickup before I forget. Oh, I'm so thankful I changed my address in Dashlane because I hadn't done it, and I was still, just until like a week or two ago, and I've been here 1.5 years, manually typing in my address every single time. Oh, the woes. Front door during regular pickup on the 2nd, which is tomorrow, the 2nd. I'm going to say we have 3 priority and 10. And we will round to 15 pounds, and none of these. Okay, nope, we have no explosives. Never know. Next up is a bag. I don't know if this bag, no, we can wait on you. We can't wait on you. So this is one of the Marabag Healthy Backpack Work Bag. I don't know. I'll throw a picture up. And today we sold, this week, we sold several of them. This one has a very fun patchwork. This was my only patchwork bag. The rest of them were solid colors. And this one is headed to Patricia. Hi, Patricia. I think I have some really pretty ribbon that would match this. Two pieces of tape. Okay, we have the red. I am tempted. I think I have to do it. I think I have to. It's so pretty. You know what? I have enough time where just like loosely just twine it on the back. And then the front will just be It is not a perfect match, but it is really pretty. And some cards. You are beautiful just the way you are. We like that one. And 2 of my own. The butterfly one. And, oh, I haven't seen this one in a while, and it is winter in most places. One kind word One kind word can warm 3 winter months, which is a Japanese proverb. I don't think we've seen this one this year. I have a very limited supply of those. Let's see. Do I need to take... Nope, here they are. Now I might actually have to get a bigger poly mailer. Ooh, this might work. And look at that color match. This is good, except for the red. But even like the little dark dots are red. That looked planned. Only you and me and everybody watching this knows that was just not planned, just a coincidence. But she'll think it was special. 14 ounces. Nope. 0.14. And she paid $34 for the bag, but again, plus or minus whatever, and $6.99 for shipping. My cost is $5.52. We have more jewelry for tomorrow, but I want to at least get through tonight. It is about 9 o'clock. Thankfully, I showered last night, so tonight we can skip it. Print. Liar. You don't cut anything. That's okay. You're doing just fine. Right down there. Thank you so much, Patricia. I hope you love your bag. What is up next? I think we have probably another few orders to go. We do. We have 2. We have a Lily Pulitzer by Target dress. I would love to tell you where I got this one. I don't remember. I'm going to say maybe the bins. I don't know. I think this was one of the ones that had fallen off though. So when I finally got to putting it back on, so many of those, I was like, now I'm never gonna know when they went on originally or whatever. That was too big of a fold. So I really don't know, but I can't imagine I paid more than $2 or $3 for this. And I sold it for $17. Plus or minus. I don't know. I bet you $17 though. And this is headed to Edna. I love, love, love the name Edna in North Carolina. Seriously, if anybody has children, grandchildren, and looking for a name, Edna. Come on, it could be Edie, you could nickname Ned, Nettie. Oh, there's so many cute nicknames with Edna. Edna, looking at you, Edna, the new purchaser of this. Did you ever have a nickname, or did you ever shorten your name? I just think it's so sweet. People are trying to go for like short names. Those 4- and 3-letter names right now are pretty trendy for a lot of the American culture for some reason. Edna, I have not heard that name in so long. Not that I'm like reading up on baby names, which was one of my hobbies when I was younger. Let's see. I've got all little ponytail holders. Nothing I need. We will do sprinkle the kindness around like confetti. I am constantly growing and evolving and evolving into a better person. And then we will do that extra card. It says dance like nobody is watching because they're not, they're on their phones. And this is a perfect dancing dress. Let's see what, I keep thinking let's just, oh, you got the llamas. That's the Ralph Lauren polo dude. It's right in my eye line right there, and I keep trying to brush it off. We do have one more pair of shoes after this, and then we should be good to go for tonight. That doesn't mean that the video will end, but the video might end. I just have to see how crazy the next few days get. You know what? We probably will call it with this next. And then I can always start a new one. Print. Properties. 4x6. Print. And Edna, I'm sure I said, was in North Carolina, so she might get this week. She might get this next week. And pair of shoes that I bought for me. I fixed them. Where are these headed to, first of all? And I'll show you the fix. Melinda in Massachusetts. Melinda, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Melinda. Okay, so $96 minus 20%. So I picked these up on eBay knowing they were my size and that I might wear them, but they had a flaw, so they were being offered very low. So the flaw was one of the buckles, probably this buckle here, because there's it looks like I glued it down. I did. Was missing, oh, it's missing the gold bar. So see this gold bar at this top one? This one doesn't have the gold bar, but they were brand new. I did walk around in them and made sure the glue really stuck. So all I did was put my foot in, made sure they're identical for my foot, because my foot are thankfully fairly symmetrical. And then I glued it underneath. I don't remember what glue I used. It wasn't Gorilla Glue. It wasn't super glue. It was some kind of epoxy. I have no idea. I'm just making stuff up now. So anyway, I did it. I wore them a little bit. I'm not thrilled with the big buckle. It's very like in your face Birkenstock. And I have a lot of Birkenstocks. So I was like, okay, these I could make a profit on. And I did. And these sold maybe within 2 months of listing them. A lot of bubble wrap. So Melinda is in Massachusetts. I've been to Massachusetts before, but I do not recognize her town. Imagine that. This was a lot of bubble wrap. We're just going with it now. It back in the, oh, they're a size 40, which is basically a 9. I also have a blue velvet Birkenstocks. I think they have the big buckle as well. A blue suede. They're a really dark blue suede. And I've noticed I'm not reaching for those either, so I should probably put those on. I'll do that at some other point in time though. That'll be a mid-January project. Okay. We will use the leopard. Not you, you are too tiny. We will use a full sheet of the leopard. And then, like I said, this will be the last one on this video. I'm sure since I have everything set up that I will just continue, since things will continue to need to be shipped. But once in a while, if I don't feel well, or if I just truly don't have the time to, you know, set everything up and make sure I have all of the things, I can just pop over here, do one thing, do something else. Yeah, I don't always just sit here for hours and print shipping labels and talk to myself. You can pretend I do, though. I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy. Although, now Hulu is showing me, and it's like every 5 or 6 minutes, I want to say. Maybe 5 to 7 minutes. But they're showing me commercials. Is everybody getting commercials? We pay like $21 a month. Literally $21 a month. You are amazing, this one says. Let me just see if I have any others. We have one more of the Japanese proverb one, so we will give this to Melinda. I keep wanting to say another name, but I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And if that's the case, Hulu, you're killing me. Just watching Grey's Anatomy, and they're just, you know, slicing and dicing people open, and all of a sudden I'm on a commercial, and we don't like that. I am going to need a bigger poly mailer, or because the poly mailers are all the way over there, I can just put 2 poly mailers, which really don't match at all. Okay. Doing that. Let's say 2 pounds. 22.7 ounces. What happened here? Oh no. I have hit a button. That's not the button. Oh, this is probably the button. Grams. Oh, that's better. I did not want math to be involved tonight. And it's not a lot of math. It would have just been deducting a few things. But okay, we're between 1 and 2 pound. And we will go 12 by 12 by 3. And like I said, they probably paid somewhere around $70, and then for shipping, $9.99. That's what that looks like. That is the end of the night. That is a mishmashy of bags. It's good enough as long as it gets there. Okay. I don't thankfully have to do any more tonight. My regular mail carrier comes almost always between 3 and 4, but we have a substitute, so I have to put the bags out there by probably 9 o'clock, but they're out there when I'm awake and, you know, look presentable-ish. So I don't want to have to wake myself up at like 6 to get medicine in me so I could start shipping at 7, so so this is nice. So tomorrow I need to do 1, 2, 3. There's one whole order to Rose. Hi Rose. She ordered 3 bracelets and I need to get back her shipping. So 1, 2, 3. She's got 3 items. So we'll count that as a 4th item. And then that will be it for the next day. And then I have probably about a dozen past that. So we'll see. We'll at least make one. We'll make more videos in 2025, I promise. I'm going to stop chit-chatting and go take off what little makeup is remaining and go meet back up with my husband, who sounds like he's having an egg omelet. And did anybody hear eggs breaking? I think I heard eggs breaking. I also know he has American cheese, which he likes on eggs sometimes. Or he'll make an egg omelet sandwich, which is just like eggs and cheese on toasted bread. And I think he's also having hot chocolate, which sounds lovely. But I'm not at the point in my life where I need to drink hot liquids to stay hot. I would very much like ice bucket liquids dumped on me. Okay, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all you have given me truly over the last year and over the last years. Thank you. I hope you are well. I hope you will continue to be well if you are well, or that 2025 shows real hope and promise for you.